Hi, everybody. We're here. Recordings are happening. Wow, there's a lot of people in the voice chat today. Holy cow.
Hello.
So, next session of The Strange. Let's see. I'm going to remind myself who my players are. UC, check. The check has failed. Oh, no.
That means talk back to him.
I'm here.
All right. I also do that to make sure I can adjust your volume so I can hear you. Blaster, check.
Check.
All right. Junie's playing Keywii. I know you're here. Just speak.
Yes. I'm Keywii, and I'm here.
Okay. Mummified Kitty, MK. You change your name too much. Check.
Check. I just shortened it. Dang nabbit.
Speckle, check.
Check.
Okay, and our friend the Atomic Lemon, Lemhas, check. I know your mic's muted right now.
Who's avocado?
Hail Caesar.
Well, that qualifies as a check. So everyone's here. The only person who canceled was someone I knew who wasn't going to be able to do it anyway, Mal. So this is the opposite of a cursed session, I say. Before everything goes to doom.
No curses.
No curses. Yes. Anyway, so let me just get everyone who's already there in the area. So we have not you. Riddlewing is there. Tycoon, I am sorry, you are not here. Okay, so who's there? So Blaster's Riddlewing. Junie is the troll. Okay, someone pinged me. Am I not looking at something?
Should I launch my game on my side? Launch the game on my side?
Yes.
Launching.
Always launch it when you're playing.
Oh, yeah, always have it when you're playing. If you're just watching, then I guess you could sort of follow along with just the voice chat. In fact, you generally can.
I mean, you could, but visual is so much better.
Oh, it is so much better.
In my
Anyway,
opinion.
still going down the list. Blue. I haven't had Blue on screen. Oh, Blue's already on screen.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'm in my training practice arena.
Where is Thornton? I found Vivian.
Get this ship out of here.
I'm in the bottom right-hand corner.
There you are. Okay, so before we start officially and introduce our last new character,
hey, GM.
What?
Hey, little bit of a mistake. Junie is not playing. It's Sosa.
Oh, gosh darn it! I am so sorry, Speckle.
It's okay. I'm having my own issues getting my screen ready. So.
Uh-oh.
We have replaced
the
troll with the fairy.
And we're
Troll imposter.
Okay, so before I introduce UC in the way I usually do everything, and UC will have his fun. U5, is there any interactions, the characters that need to know each other or otherwise, that we can do before we start?
As a reminder, in the middle of by the elevator, Thornton and the scientists have set up a booth / notification set.
Yeah, can you just draw it instead of explaining it?
Just draw. You all have drawing permissions.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Okay, top left,
right
there's
there.
a paintbrush.
It's right there.
Okay.
Blue just marked.
Oh, we got
I guess that
chicken
works.
coop here.
You've had chicken coop for a
That's so
while.
cute.
The slimes need to be fed.
Eh.
All right, I guess that's an information booth.
Yes.
Cool.
Something. I'll have to work on it later.
Well, we'll work on it. It'll work fine. Just let me know if you want to remove any of the stuff. Anyway, so I guess the five of you were fine. So
Yeah,
allow
I
me
can't think of a scene. Blue and Riddle aren't doing training today, so it's fine.
What's that thing by Blue's practice area? The weird olive-colored square.
Oh yeah, that's new. What is that?
I don't know.
That is the mini garden.
Oh,
The,
the garden now?
Ponies may have, behind the scenes set up something little and are attempting to try to, grow stuff.
I was
maybe.
smart
Wasn't
this
in the
time.
IC.
Oh, well, the cabbage patch belongs to cabbage, so I guess.
Oh, if we're doing stuff, practice equipment is here.
Yeah, can you link me to the game?
Ooh. Well, then what's the big blue circle? Is that just where blue sleeps?
Oh no, that's literally like a rope on the floor where you do fighting, and there's like a practice dummy.
Okay, so I guess you guys have done your stuff and explaining a bunch of stuff. You guys add a ton of things. That's perfectly good because you have
Fabricator.
a ton of stuff. Anyway, so it is time to introduce currently the last one on the list until someone else signs up to play. UC. So,
Hello.
at this point, everyone else is familiar with how it works, but I still have to explain how they appear. So while the five of you were doing your things, out of the shadow in the side of your eye, even as if none of you are quite looking at it, a shadow blurs by, and you all look and see a new figure appear. This one is unlike what you've seen so far. This time you see your character has shown up in the middle of nowhere with no idea why. There is no water. And now you describe yourself to them and what happens. Should I describe the scene first? I forgot. You might not know what the scene is. You haven't been paying attention.
Give them a bit of a setting.
Okay,
right?
so this area is a cylindrical room with slightly slanted edges. There's a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. The hole in the bottom is currently covered up with all sorts of ramshackle metal ladders and ropes. Crazy.
Not just a hole. The hole.
The hole. Yep. The room itself is made out of a purple material that's kind of dull with lights along the edges that are also purple. Everything else you see drawn on the screen here, which is a bunch of neon colors, are like pens.
GM, can you please link me up the game?
What do you mean up the game?
Oh, he's not even.
Oh,
Link
It's in
me up
pins.
the game,
It's
please.
in pins. It's always in pins. But in addition, it's here now. I'm sorry. I assume everyone has that by this point, which everyone does. Even you do. Anyway,
yeah, it's
Yes,
the roll
I
20
do have
document.
it, but I don't have a link currently up. So excuse me while I have to log in. I've asked for this twice.
all right. But anyway, the room is still purple, still cylindrical.
Well, he isn't even there to have visual not notification. Like, saying this stuff means nothing now. We have to wait for him to get here, and then we start.
Oh, good. I have time to edit my profile.
There you go.
Anyway, I guess I can give him control of the piece now. I was going to wait a little bit.
Your name is square bracket bubbly noises square bracket.
Bubbly noises.
Yes, that is my name.
Don't wear it out. Though you can wear out bubbles.
Wear out. Wait, what?
Pop all the
Okay.
bubbles.
Wear out bubbles? You can just pop bubbles. There's almost no intermediate area.
Exactly, meaning you can't wear it out. The instant you touch it, it's gone.
Alright, and how do
I
I...
am somewhere. Are we in the blue thing?
Zoom out.
Zoom out.
Zoom out. Zooming out.
I like to stick around 60%.
I use about 50 most of the time. For this screen,
Okay, there
anyway.
we go.
Okay, I zoomed out.
I think. Okay, yeah. That works.
So the big room is the one towards the right, where everyone is. And all the stuff, and the slimes.
And take a moment to bring it all in, to learn and absorb the information.
I mean, I just noticed that there's a little writing under everything. That's new.
Not everything. Yeah.
Not everything, yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm having like there are a lot of player icons, and they're intruding on my screen space.
Oh, collapse your player icon. So go to Options, which is top right, and
Options.
go to Player Video Avatar Size and select Names Only. You might have to refresh afterward, who knows. It'll collapse them all to small pieces.
It should take effect the moment you click it.
Please collapse. I see things like enable 3D dice, use window pop-ups for
Scroll down.
use window pop-ups for characters, right?
Player
down.
Video / Avatar Size is the setting, Names Only.
under game settings. Keep scrolling.
See.
Player
Yeah,
video
there we go.
content.
Good.
Okay.
Done.
There. Now you can see, right?
Also,
Yes.
scroll down to the bottom. Make sure that I want to broadcast to others, I want to receive from others are both set to nothing. Otherwise, you'll end up with double vision.
There I am. I see myself. That's good.
Names only.
I can move myself.
There you go. Yeah,
Can
I,
you see me?
Yeah.
your character has been activated, but first of all, do you want me to describe the scene some more?
Yeah.
Okay, so you appear in the middle of whatever you were doing on this cylindrical purple room. It's very flat, only about 3 stories tall, but very wide. And it's made out of a muted purplish material that you can't identify. And the edges have little purple lights along them that illuminate the far wall, while the center is relatively dark, or would be if there weren't other lights there that people have set up. Beyond this purple area, clearly there are a ton of things people have brought in and let sit around. There are pens of force fields filled with slime creatures hopping around, some of which are exploding. There's a kitchen coop. There is a field of cabbages. Numerous piles of metal and scraps and technological bits and pieces. Blue, what does your practice area look like? Is it just empty? The rope?
Well, there's a few very haggard training dummies, and one of those like balancing beams like gymnasts use.
All right. And in the center of the room, there's a hole downward that has like a lot of stuff, metal laid over it, rope going up and down, like some sort of primitive elevator. And there's a hole in the ceiling too. You can climb up a rope too. Yeah.
So basically, this is a trash dump. I see. So
A little bit.
Little plays
Yeah.
an alert
So
tune on his flute.
Anyway, now you describe yourself
do I
and then
like-
describe what you do.
do I pop up out of nowhere, just like straight up pop up, right?
Well, as far as you're concerned, you popped about nothing. There was a slight bleeding effect as you transferred. To the other 4, you appeared out of the corner of their eye.
So, out of nowhere, a mermaid appears
A mermaid.
at full swimming speed, and just like it probably like let me. It probably looks like this,
Flop, flop.
like dragging
my.
along and crashing into the scrap pile. Just you know, sliding on a tail, you know, completely wet, and just crashing into the garbage. Probably taking damage because the floor is not a floor, and it is just like
Well,
smear.
you're not. You're stronger than that. You're not taking damage from just crashing into a scrap pile. For the record, you see before we continue at the top left of the screen, one of the options is the journal. You should have access to your character sheet. You can edit as you wish, record trappings, and all in all keep track of things that I can't remember because there's 18 characters and I can't keep track of them all.
Oh, I see. I can't edit it. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I see myself. Sure.
All right. And now that that's all set up, I get to sit back for half an hour to an hour to watch you guys interact.
Oh boy.
And also clear the cursed session bottom part.
Yeah, clear at the bottom while we interact.
Okay.
Yeah, so I bumped into the scrap. I slowly look around. That's what I do.
Well,
Riddle-
you see. Which one of us do you see?
Riddle sees a newcomer and immediately plays the alert tone on his flute. To get it.
Alert!
Da-da-da-da-da-da! Oh no, wait, that's charge.
By the way, how do I make the circles thing?
Click and hold to make the ping.
Oh yeah. So I look at this guy.
Why am I
I look
upside down?
at this dude. What is that?
Why
Oh,
is my
that's
picture upside down?
What do I see here?
Ooh,
What
there
does
we go.
Thornton look like? Describe him.
You
Sorry?
see a tall, darkly dressed man who is in a ready position, not sure if he wants to attack you or not.
Okay. What do I see here?
Long black hair.
Guys, pay
Guys,
more attention.
guys,
to
he-
interacting.
Riddle. What does Riddle look like?
Riddle looks like a Pegasus. I mean, he's a small little pony thing with, light tan body and charcoal
I
mane and
see-
tail. And he's
excuse
got
me.
wings, and there's a flute on him.
Excuse me. So I see a man who is looking half ready to attack me, and some sort of a horse just like approaching me, right? So
Yeah.
basically, I am. By this point, you should be able to see that I'm not just like a normal mermaid, but I have a lot of spines popping out of my tail and back, and basically I am I've cuddled in a corner of the scrap pile and just stare at you intensely, and my spines are sort of they've risen up and they look a little bit threatening. But I'm not saying anything or moving quickly or anything.
Riddle
So-
just stands at a safe distance, not exactly sure what to do at the moment.
I mean,
So,
Strange
I
accidentally
don't
send us a
know what
creature.
to do anything. I don't know what to do at the moment either. I just look around. Who else do I see?
So to the right, I'm getting a bit of an echo off of somebody. To the right, you see what is a about 6 foot tall blue stick person, who is 2-dimensional, no matter how you look at them, and you can't describe why, but you sense he seems concerned about you.
I guess that
Why,
leaves
but what?
the fairy and Vivian.
He
Uh,
blue cautiously approaches.
Sorry, can you please repeat everything said lately?
All right,
um,
me.
You
Can you
both.
not hear me?
Can you not hear
I can
Keywii?
hear-
Yeah, I'm just going to
I can
kill
hear him.
my rifle bot because it's causing trouble. Yeah, so can you please repeat about Sosa and about Blue? I've only heard that one of them is a 2-dimensional stick figure and it is 6 feet tall, and I don't know what feet are 2 meters. So
The blue
meters.
is the stick figure.
6 feet
Oh,
is
right,
roughly.
sorry. He is. He would be about 158, 160 area centimeters.
So basically normal height. Okay.
Slightly tall.
Okay. So it is a stick figure, and Sosa is what?
Sosa is a 16-year-old. She looks like a human girl, but she's actually a fairy. She has pale bluish blonde hair, and she's wearing a casual outfit, like a super light green blouse and purple shorts. I have a
Okay.
picture somewhere on.
Okay. So as you're closing in on me, I am starting to look more and more like confused and stupid, and I raise my hand in a sort of holding sign. I put up my palms towards you and just like do a little like pushing motions.
Blue takes a step
I'm
back.
confused, and I'm like I look a little threatening, but also very confused.
All right. The only person I haven't heard from yet is Vivian.
Well, Vivian's just kind of standing from a distance watching, and it's the way this new creature is flopping around is very, very amusing to him.
Describe what Vivian looks like.
Sorry, what?
Describe his appearance because UC doesn't know.
Describe what he looks like.
Ow! Ow, cat! Ow!
So he's, I think UC knows what he looks like, actually.
Really? You sent it to him?
I did.
It doesn't matter. Just re-describe him for purposes of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I don't remember.
Yeah.
He doesn't remember.
Gotta pull up the freaking.
What does Vivian look like? Ah!
He doesn't.
He's a
Lemhas
mess.
is not good at remembering descriptors. He took him like an hour to come up with the paragraph on him.
It's his character.
For real?
Vivian
Wow.
is a man.
You have your sheet. You can just read off it.
I know. I'm just screwing with you.
Like-
Okay. He's a man who
I
wears
don't know what
a yokel
is
hat.
happening. I have no idea. Okay,
He's a
sure, whatever.
yokel
There
hat.
is something there that I don't know what it is,
Uh,
and I'm not going to look at it.
He just started
It's
describing
gray.
himself. It's
And
gray.
it has armor.
I have
And it has a cool hat with pins on it.
What pins on what? What?
He is an
Pins on
edgy
it.
man with a trench coat and a hat, and there's pins on the hat. We're done describing him now.
Ah, yes!
I'm going to pretend that I heard the scream behind the laugh. Because I really didn't. But okay, fine.
This is great.
What is going on? Pink asks.
We don't
I
know
say
what's going on.
there is a hat somewhere involved here. There's a hat somewhere.
A hat with pins on it.
There is a hat involved. I am confused.
Oh.
My
Oh.
Miss Unknown is confused and scared and froze, just like me. You know, it is really like player character integration 100%. I don't know what's going on, and neither does my character. So will someone do anything?
Sorry, UC. Check if you can see the RPGing OOC. Lemhas literally just pasted his entire description.
Where? Where? Where?
Hashtag RPGing OOC in the Discord.
Yeah, we're all pasting our images.
Oh, there. I see.
Sometimes it's the
Thanks.
easiest way to do things.
No,
Shame.
OOC.
Because the last time I went there, it wasn't there. Okay.
Well, I started laughing. He just sent it. It was hilarious. The timing was terrible. I am sorry, not sorry, Atomic.
Okay, sure.
When was the last time I laughed
I'm
that
always
hard?
sorry.
Oh.
Okay, so I mean I'm confused and I'm not making any effort to move or do whatsoever. So will someone
Yeah.
do
So-
anything, or are we
so-
going to just like
so-
sit there?
Fifth false start now. So Blue walks up to the stranger. You see words appear beside him that you can read in whatever language your character reads. You can read his words. And they ask, "What's your name?"
I actually have
No.
I have a question for you, C. Does your race have written language?
No.
No. Sorry, Blue. You cannot communicate.
I'm just afraid if I say yes, you're going to ruin my whole idea. So I'm going to say no.
Then you see a bunch of blue shapes appear beside his head, and he can't communicate with you at all.
Aw.
Oh.
I think there's
Okay.
a tool song about this.
I just realized
What we have
there's an
is
issue
a
here.
failure to communicate.
Communication issue. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Communication breakdown.
For the record, UC, you can't
Um,
understand when people speak audibly. It's just that the stick figure
Yeah.
can't.
Okay.
Well,
So I nod my head slowly. And I look even more confused, but I nod my head.
The blue stick figure sort of waits patiently, and then after a moment of you not saying words, more squiggles appear beside him. Everyone else sees Blue trying to ask this guy's name.
I look at them with a questioning look in my eyes.
Riddle points to himself, gestures outwards, points to you, gestures inwards, and tilts his head questioningly.
Okay. Before he. Okay. I stare at this and I don't know what he is trying to do.
The blue stick figure sort of shakes his head, shrugs, and takes a step back.
Okay.
The irony is that one of the
just staring and gaping because, like, she's heard of mermaids. She knows they exist, but oddly enough, not on Oceanus.
odd.
Sorry, can you repeat this?
Riddle goes behind Thornton and drives him towards the mermaid.
Yeah, Blue does basically the same thing with Sosa.
Can the previous person please repeat this? I'm sorry that I'm having trouble with immediately recognizing everything, but can you please repeat this?
You have to name who you want to repeat because everyone was talking at different times.
Riddle goes behind Thornton and drives him towards the newcomer.
What are you doing, Riddle?
Oh
Blue,
dear,
the
oh
stick
dear,
figure,
oh dear,
does
oh
roughly
dear.
the same thing with
Oh
Sosa
dear.
the fairy.
Oh dear, oh dear. Oh goodness. A mermaid, an actual mermaid. I've mermaids. I've never seen one before.
Okay.
In person, I mean.
For the record, Speckle, this one looks a little more predatory than the one you're used to and thought.
Okay, so I stare
never seen
at whoever said that, and I assume it's Sosa, but no one tells me.
It is.
But I stare at Sosa and I'm like I'm having a really dubious look and I'm doing like a small ceremonial nod. Like, you know how Japanese people do the nod thing, you know?
You mean like a greeting?
It's it's like
a gesture of acknowledgement.
Yeah, like gesture of acknowledgement. Yes, I do that.
Oh.
Thornton says,
Like,
"I don't know
what kind of." Yeah, okay, sure. I'm a mermaid. That's me. Look at me.
Look at me go.
Sosa, I don't know what kind of mermaids you've seen, but the kind of mermaid or fish people I've seen have always wanted to kill me. So
this one looks slightly less predatory than what you're used to, Thornton.
Still,
sorry, was the words about killing spoken out loud by a character, or is this OC?
It's Thornton telling Sosa that basically he doesn't trust. Well, the mermaids and fish people he's seen aren't
okay. Okay, okay. So for a second, I like turn at him with like spines going up, and then they go down, and I look at him like really apologetically and raise my hand into the air. And I look just like I look really like immediately from aggressive just 180 into apologetic expression.
Oh, hello? Sosa moves a little bit closer when she notices and asks, "You can understand us?"
I nod. I nod my head.
I'm going to point out here that Sosa and
Hello?
Thornton, you're the only real
Speckle.
ones who can talk to this thing.
Oh!
Well, Vivian can talk, he just isn't.
Sorry? Sorry, what? Who said what now? Please repeat.
I, the GM, was pointing out that basically only Sosa and Thornton can talk to you, so they should probably talk.
Oh, sorry. I thought,
Mm.
I forgot.
So I slowly put my hands down and I look at them, question again, with a very confused look, and like prompt try to like prompt Sosa to go on.
My name is Sosa, and these are my friends. Here is Mr. Thornton.
Mm.
Nod to both of you. I stretch my hand. I slowly stretch my hand out in greeting. It has claws on it, and it is really wet.
Drippingly wet.
I'm just fresh from the ocean. Like fresh fish out there.
I nudge
Is-
Sosa to extend her hand.
Oh, right. And she does so, kind of nervously, because, you know.
So we shake hands, right?
Yep.
Okay, so that's been done. Now what?
See,
Okay.
well, none of the good explainers are
Where
here,
were
so
you before?
I do not understand anything about what is happening.
And Thornton is asking, where were you before you came here?
I look at him and I point at my mouth and for 2 seconds, and then I'm like, I open it up and down, and you don't hear anything.
Can't you speak, sir?
I'm going to go with not.
I shake my head like in saying no, like negatively shake my head. I'm just realizing that this was a little bit of a troublesome character concept, given that I don't perfectly know all of the names of the gestures in English, but I'll wing it. Okay. Yeah. I cannot. I shake my head. No. How do you say that I'm doing like the disagreeing motion with my head?
that literally is shake your head. Literally is shake your head.
Yeah, just shake your head.
Okay, so I shake my head. I can't speak.
Oh dear.
Then I do some like weirdo motion with my arm passing above my head, and then I do the speaking motion again.
Riddling? Riddling.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, who gets it? What's it?
Sosa, she can't. Is your character he or she? You see.
She. And it is very visibly she if you've been looking if you've been looking not just at the face, because mermaids don't wear clothes.
You see? We talked about this.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not going to
No more.
drag attention to that a lot.
Mummy, what were you saying?
Say that it is.
Anyway, Sosa,
Yeah.
she's saying that she can't talk in the air, but she can talk underwater.
Oh, goodness. Oh dear.
Doesn't
Was
Suki
was
have
this
water
said out
somewhere?
loud?
Suki has a pit of Fanta.
I'm sorry. Was this said out loud?
Yes, it
What?
was.
Okay, so that I nod energetically.
Riddle starts looking around for some water. Like, a lot of water.
All you can find is Suki's Fanta in large quantities.
I don't think that.
Yeah. Oh, see, I don't think.
I think we might have to translate to another world in order to get her to find water.
Riddle nods vigorously.
I've only been to Arden. I don't know if there are any large quantities of water there.
There's a river near the town, near the city.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
World. I look really nonplussed and slightly more confused.
I guess we should explain that. If you see, ma'am, everyone here has been taken from their own world and dropped here. We don't know why. We just know that the strange has taken us here through different objects and their recursions or vibrations. We are able to go to these different worlds. You only have to use the object once, and then you can go back to the world as much as you like. But you always have to have an object.
I look at him and I slowly nod.
Does she actually understand? I'm curious.
Do I actually understand? I understand that you said. I understand mostly, but when you said go back, I started thinking about going back into the ocean. So I was a little bit distracted thinking about that. But I get the idea, and my character gets the idea.
Okay. So at this point, I'll let them give you to the information desk. If you have any other questions in general, you can ask me now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is this to me or to? Oh yeah, you should probably maybe ask questions to me, especially if they're yes or no questions.
I meant you can ask me questions, UC, if you feel like you missed something.
Oh, like out of character questions?
Yeah, or in character, since you just get them in your character, but just ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is there some sort of a recognized endpoint or time limit or whatever?
For the session,
4 hours.
we go maximum 4 hours, a break in the middle at 2 hours.
Okay.
2 a.m.
Okay, sure. How about to the campaign?
What?
And
There is no designated endpoint for the campaign.
Oh yeah, this is an open world situation. There is a main plot, but it could be shoved aside for weeks at a time. If we didn't care.
okay. Oh, is there like a go back to my homeland option or?
Not
am I
yet.
not in time with
So
anymore?
far,
You're
Not
stuck
yet.
with us.
We would have to
Okay.
find it.
I see. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm going to say this as Thornton as he just remembers. Oh, I should also point out every one of us that has come here, everything that we have on us has been stripped of these recursions, these vibrations, so that we can't find our home again. We have to find an item that belonged there.
I
The blue stick figure
I-
nods.
I stare at this,
So nods too.
and then I roll my eyes.
For the record, they have found one homeworld of Cabbage. My sister's character.
Yeah.
Oh, then I perk up a little bit, and I'm like, and like my eyebrows go up. Okay then.
All right.
So I see. Is this like kind of a base that our characters have built?
Basically, yeah.
Yes, there is discussion of making another base in a more open area on the only other world that doesn't do something.
Yeah, but doesn't
That isn't
change
trying
their
to kill
forms.
us.
Well, all the world's trying to kill you one way or another. You just know that. Baker Street is the
Okay.
most safe.
What's for the most part?
All right, so you guys are introduced now. Little Miss Bubbly Noises. Sort of understand what's going on. Sort of not. So, at this point, we now go into the main portion of the session is, where do you want to go and what do you want to do? You guys talk all the time in the IC about various goals and ideas. Because last session was the cursed session, you got no new world key. So you have only places people have been before.
Okay.
Riddle thinks about the topography of the ninth world. To try to remember if it had any bodies of water nearby.
There's a river nearby. It's not exceptionally close, but there's an irrigation canal and stuff. It's not hard.
You dump the fish woman in it.
Yeah.
Would that be safe or sanitary?
That was not
The
in
fish
character,
woman.
for clarification.
Was this said in character?
I just said it wasn't.
What?
Okay.
Wasn't. I was just-
So then I empathetically nod at this.
Also, you can't understand my character anyway until we leave this place. So, anything I say, anything Keywii says, in the meantime, your character does not understand unless I specifically state that I'm making a physical movement.
Who's that?
I
Blue.
am Keywii, the one speaking.
Okay.
He plays.
Yeah.
You play stick guy.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, after some thought though, Miss Bubbly Noises, actually like gets a slightly more nervous expression in her face, and just like sort of makes an unsure no head shaking, unsure negative head shaking. It seems that there might be some problems with the drop Miss Bubbly Noises in the river plan.
Wait, what? Why?
I wonder if it's
You can
between salt
breathe
and
on
fresh.
You can breathe on air. You won't have a problem in fresh water. It might be comfortable.
Yeah, I can breathe in air, but
You're not in danger
Yeah,
of dying here.
I
You're not in danger of
pursue-
dying in fresh water.
I'm not in danger of dying in fresh water, but I'm still a saltwater fish.
Well, I'm just put it this way. Fresh water
You're
is
standing.
better than air.
Sure, fine.
I mean, her lit.
I do not know it for sure, so I'm having
I feel
thoughts
like it's,
and
you
reservations.
can just go between fresh and salt and be like, who cares?
It'd be like
Okay,
it's just
fine.
unpleasant.
Sure, whatever.
Anyway, what you guys gonna do? I have got the whole world is open to you.
Oh boy.
So what Blue does is he goes over to Riddlewing. Oh shit! Hang on. I'm still on the thing.
Pen, hit.
Yeah, I don't know how to erase that. Anyway,
I can erase that.
So these two fucking Blue goes over to Riddle and starts gesturing at him in their silent language that only they understand because no one else knows how to gesture apparently. And he basically starts saying like, clearly it's going to be a problem if we're not human and can't speak. So maybe we should go to a world where we can talk to the person.
Riddle nods, points out his own mouth, and basically, in his own gesture back, points out that it doesn't matter which world he goes to, he can't speak in any of them anyway.
Blue didn't know that. He thought it was. He sort of like nods, like, "Oh, all right." So he he wants to suggest Ardent.
Vivian would like to go to Arden. He has some business he needs to take care of.
Blowing
Arden?
shrugs.
Arden. Okay, Arden. Arden!
Arden's like the Palm Tree Panic / Green Hill Zone of this RP. I'm sure of it.
Oh, yeah, it's the first world. I gave you a big world as the first one because you would return to it most often, most likely.
And then you gave us the 9th.
Yeah, the 9th is for other GMs to run stuff, mostly.
Is the 9th place Numenera?
Yes. Yes, it
hearing
is.
About?
Yes.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yep, it is.
It may
Thanks.
potentially in the future become our home base.
Because no one transforms when they go there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
So the two silent ones sort of come to the conclusion, hey, let's go to Arden. And then Blue sort of like texts it to, I guess, Thornton and Sosa. Like, hey, we should go to Arden.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea. If there's water there? 'Cause I haven't...
Well, even Sosa, even if there isn't water, the transformative properties will probably transform our friend into something that.
At the mention of water, Blue like sort of
that's
has
right.
a moment, and he pauses and he's like, he like puts his like what would be his hand on what would be his face, and it's just like, shit, that right, it's a desert.
There's forests nearby.
yeah, you're in the more luscious area, which is still dry, but
I take walks through the forest all the time.
and kills stuff.
Oh,
All right, so the plan is to go to Arden. So since this is Bubbly Noise's first time going through, who wants to describe? I'll describe it. So who wants to start though? Not you. You ruin everything.
Did you just
do it.
say Thornton?
You know what? Blue fucking pulls out his arms and like said, like, hey, give me your hands. We'll translate together.
All right. So
do we have to
alright.
get something for Miss Bubbles?
Oh yeah. Sosa, you get Miss Bubbles. I'm still uncomfortable
Oh,
touching fish.
this way, Miss.
Okay, so I go whichever way you're pointing.
well, she's offering for you to grab her hand.
Yeah, I'm offering.
Okay, sure, I do
so
that.
offers her.
All right. So
Sure.
this is how translation works. One character focuses on a vibration of a world they've been to before or of an object from some other world. Once they focus on it, they enter a trance, and any other player who connects with them in that trance will also be part of the trance. Vivian, move yourself closer to the trance. Need physical contact. Vivian, stop being antisocial. There. Circle of friendship.
There we go.
Imagine that was
Beyond,
you.
let's hold hands.
Alright, so it's
Everybody.
it doesn't necessarily have to be
Oh,
hand holding. It can be any physical contact, or if you're the one mind reader, mental contact.
Do I need to roll?
After I'm done describing it. So once everyone's on the vibration, it becomes very easy to let time bleed by. But it actually takes about 4 hours to complete, even though it seems like it only takes a minute or two. So during the 4 hours, the world of the hub world slowly fades away like it's being blurred. And you start to see fractally patterns. If you look to the top left of the screen, you'll see the fractal patterns on the main image. That is the strange that they've been talking about so much.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so you see the fractal patterns, and slowly the fractal patterns themselves bleed away. To are you guys translating into your room in the main city, or just the default position outside the city?
Well, I asked, do I need to roll for that?
Yeah. No, you just tell me what you're trying to do.
I guess outside
Aren't we
the
supposed to visualize where we want to go?
Blue initiated. He gets to decide.
Outside the city would probably be better.
Okay, outside where you started the first time. All right. So it starts bleeding in. It's a somewhat deserty area. With, in the distance, you see trees that are sparse and slowly get thicker. A large cylindrical city. And, of course, the sun. Now, as it's bleeding into focus, now Blue gets to roll and see if he succeeds. Level 3, so 9 or higher.
Why would you start describing the world before I roll?
Most failures result in you still going there. Just
How much do I need to succeed?
9.
I auto-fail.
What?
I take an auto-fail. We go somewhere else.
Yeah, okay, roll a d100 to determine what happens on the auto-fail. You tried to fail, alright.
Yeah, I want to not go where we want to go.
Alright,
Shenanigans.
Oh! That is the worst possible result. You get to roll twice and take both.
What?
I want to not go to the worst possible location.
Whoa!
So, roll 2 d100 and we'll see what happens.
Hang on. May have...
Where are the rolls?
Inside roll 20
happening.
towards the right. Okay, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay, so first of all, that 3 forces you violently back to the hub world, so you all fall over. And the 23 makes you all appear 2 feet in the air, and you all drop.
Oh dear.
So you're back in the hub world. It was a violent thrust. You saw the desert, and then it was like a hand grabbed you and threw you back. This is what happens when failure occurs.
I haven't had it feel this bad since the Fog City.
Really, her rear end feels sore.
Okay, Atomic, your feedback.
Sorry, I'm having terrible echo.
Atomic feedback.
Working on it.
Just turn on noise cancellation next to your disconnect button.
Oh, it's because I had to jack up my volume because external circumstances.
I mean, that's fair.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
video was it.
I'm glad you guys didn't roll the 91 through 98. I would have. I didn't have a Doom world set up exactly.
Yeah, let's not Doom World. I just wanted to go somewhere new.
Oh, you guys don't have that. Every time you will roll a different recursion, I will send you to a Doom world.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's
The places that draw in the failures tend not to be nice.
I mean, that's fair.
Anyway, do you guys want to try again? Maybe this time, not auto-fail. Stickman.
It's
I
not
get
Blue's
Ian is
fault.
going
My
to
fault.
take over.
Blue had nothing
This
to do
one.
with that. He was I said it happened. He's real pissed at himself.
I get out of the trash pile and I roll my eyes again.
The words appear beside Blue's head. He has no idea what happened.
Oh,
Should've
really?
worked.
Alright, so
boy.
someone else on the side from Blue and Thornton wants to initiate.
Initiate.
Well, Sosa knows how to get to the library, but that's all she's ever been.
Well, everyone can always.
Every day.
Yep, and everyone can always translate to the default location. No issue.
Riddle holds his 4 hooves out for initiation.
Okay, Riddlewing, roll to see.
What
9 or higher.
I'm rolling a D what?
D20 for the initial test.
Rolling to go into the default location.
All right. Success. Okay, so this time when the world bleeds into the desert solidifies. So
there we go.
every single one of you has changed their form somewhat to suit the world. Has anyone besides UC not been here before?
Been here before.
I've been here, or I see off screen, but I don't know what I look like.
Okay.
Check your sheet.
mean-
Oh, you mean off screen?
I,
Oh, that's right.
Just describe it.
Okay, I forgot. I thought Sosa had actually been here before in our adventure, but she hasn't. Okay, so Sosa, you appear into a young human in middle-class merchant clothing with a more muted and realistic hair color. You lose all your fairy racial attributes and gain basically nothing since you are a human now. You do, however, maintain complete control of your bubble kinesis focus and keep your onslaught technique. All right.
Okay.
I'll copy paste that to your sheet later. For reference, people who've been here before, to describe for UC, Blue transforms into a human in a nice, fancy blue suit every time.
Every time.
Big black guy
black
too.
man.
Big black man.
He's a big, bald black man.
All right, so short speed's already there.
In blue.
Riddling, have you been here before?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking through the. Most everyone is turns into humans. Riddlewing turns into a black jackal creature called a Kephalim.
Right.
The humanoid, but furry and black. And so,
yes, he becomes furry.
Like Anubis.
Yeah, like Anubis,
Like
basically. All right, so you transform as well. So from the thing I've typed up for you, you are no longer a mermaid thing, but a Kephalim, a jackal-like creature of humanoid structure.
You get legs.
With black fur. You also have a voice. As such, you lose all your racial attributes, replacing them with Kephalim attributes. The Kephalim get divine heritage. You always glow slightly with an aura of power. That provides a -3 detriment to stealth, but a +3 to any sort of interaction based on your importance or stature, so long as you're not talking to another Kephalim. And you have the added bonus of Descendant of Commerce. You are automatically trained in tasks relating to barter, commerce, and trade. This transformation also removes your attack. In its place, you have a Staff of Thorns that shoots thorny vines up to 5 different targets, dealing 4 damage in each hit. This is much less likely to hit friends.
Because no one warned me about
They mentioned it offhand.
information.
But the second thing is your focus also changes. You have no more biological manipulation, and instead you have exists in 2 places at once.
Oh, what?
This focus can be leveled up later.
Location.
But for now, all it provides is this. A duplicate. As an action, you create a duplicate of yourself to appear anywhere you can see within short range. This duplicate has none of your gear or abilities, for now, and is rather dumb and insubstantial, only having 6 health. However, it follows your every command. If it dies, you take 4 damage and are stunned.
It's a decoy.
By the way, you have some
Okay,
instinctual
well,
knowledge of all these
okay.
abilities, but initially, you have no clue who you are.
Okay, so yeah, I am very confused because even if someone mentioned it offhand, I continue to be confused, and I am a little bit shocked, and I say, what? And I say it out loud, and then I become.
The new big human that was once the blue stick figure sort of holds out his hand for you. Don't worry, this happens to everyone. You can now hear him. Take your time to get used to it.
Riddle nods and starts playing on his flute.
Alright, so it's, your response, Miss Bubbly Noises? You see, we're waiting for you.
Oh,
He left. I
you
just
see,
said
got
that.
disconnected.
Oh, wow, I can't. I
And
had.
There we go.
Ah, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Don't forget to re-enable noise cancel.
I couldn't hear anything from the point after I said that I've become even more confused. Sorry.
Okay, so to reiterate, because you didn't hear me, that's fine. The big human that was once the blue stick figure sort of walks towards you, like walks to you, holds out his hand for you, and says, "This happens to everyone. Don't worry. Take your time to get used to it."
I say, fine. My name is Ria.
Oh, you decided on a name. I had no idea. How do you
Sorry?
spell that? How do you spell that, your name?
R-E-A.
There you go. Congratulations. Everything has changed. Okay, why is there a sun down there?
Okay, thanks.
Because he said there was the sun.
Hello, Rhea. My name is Steven, though you can call me Blue.
Fine. So what now?
You guys roleplay for a while and figure out. Now that you can talk, you explain things. Like,
Oh boy. Okay.
you can talk now, Ria.
Yes. So
Make use of it.
Okay. So I look at you people and I quietly say, any questions? I'm not going to take initiative in conversations. I am sorry. Well, maybe I will, but not now.
I'm remembering you playing Rotaran. You took initiative in every conversation.
Yeah, I know. I'm a different. By the way, I've designed Rotaran specifically to be a sort of back row character, but no one took any initiative whatsoever. And so, because Rotaran was like trying to do smart things, I had to take initiative. But here, I'm just confused. So no.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to roleplay things.
I mean, that's fair.
Well-
Just don't go too far into it, you know?
Well, Ria, this is Arden.
A world that we're in,
Yes.
and I see.
Oh, but I think I forgot to mention, when you're off-world or in a different world, we have adventures below the red line. If you scroll down, you can see all your symbols together in the bottom left.
Oh, should we Yeah. Should we set them up?
Look.
Oh yeah,
Bottom left, sorry there.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, we use the symbol card for down below, and we use the picture.
I don't know why either.
Because you don't look at all like your pictures.
Yeah.
Off-world.
Well. First of all, if you turn it 90 degrees, it kind of looks like a fish.
Tail. Oh yeah.
I mean, sure.
And secondly, it kind of looks like a head of a spear,
Yeah.
Oh.
which you don't actually know about because you've managed to not get me to pierce anyone to the wall. So congratulations on that.
Oh, and
But
if you ever forget what your new form does, I have notated it on your sheet that you can access it anytime.
oh yeah, I'll look at it. Made changes on my sheet. Oh, I don't see them.
Bottom.
Oh yeah, I see them now. Yeah. Are they? How do I read that?
Arden.
Arden form. Arden form. You're no longer a mermaid thing, but a jackal thing. Sure. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Alright. So, anyone have anything to ask Ria?
Nope.
No one cares.
Right. Sosa asked, "Are you okay, Miss Bubbles?"
Ria.
Not really. This is, first of all, a very unfamiliar situation. I do not know what is going on.
Thornton says, join the club.
Thornton has never known what's going on.
Oh, I see.
He knows more or
We've,
less what's going on. I
Does
see.
anyone is there anyone else beside us stuck in the similar
There
situation?
is about 20 of us total, roughly.
And and we've all managed to and we've all being different people and all managed to cooperate and group and work together.
Not all of us,
Yeah.
no. There's been a few
Oh,
outliers.
Everyone has very, very fond memories of the Throcknar incident.
yeah.
I see. Then yes, it is. It is as expected. Yes.
Thornton says there's at least one other fish-like person, Wingnut, except she looks more like a squid. And then there's 33, who is really big. And then there is Cabbage. Worry about Cabbage.
Cabbage is more of a plant.
Yeah. The giant plant who, from what I hear and what I've read in the site in Dr. Sam's notes, loves fish.
Uh-oh. Oh dear. So Sisette
Okay.
rumbles.
I say that isn't entirely unfamiliar, but I have not heard of any nature mermaid-like creatures that look like octopi.
She's more human with her hair is like tentacles.
She's so adorable. I mean,
I
sorry.
totally thought she was a daughter of Ebrietus, but
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like her attitude at first, but she's improved.
he is still sarcastic.
Well, I mean, sure, but now she's a team player.
That's
Okay.
anyway.
So then, any other questions?
What's your world like?
Well, my world I have mostly experienced from underwater. We have, I would say, a civilization of people like me who live in cities on the bottom of the ocean, and I suspect that most of you have not seen your worlds from this perspective, and neither have I seen my world from a perspective of a land dweller. I have been on tasks above the water, but I haven't ventured far into any zones on the land, and I mostly know hearsay and the things that were communicated to me before my missions.
All right.
Well,
Know how to describe my society to you, because I do not really have anything to compare it to for now.
Well, you don't really have to compare it to any. I could describe my world; it wouldn't mean anything to you, but you would still know about it. So, do your best. Tell us what your life was like.
Not tell you too much about this place. I do not feel entirely comfortable
Well,
at
that's
this
fine.
moment. I At this moment, I am confused, and I do not know if you can, if I can trust you or if you can trust me.
Well, I have no reason not to trust you, but I understand. Hungry?
I would rather us all trust. Oh my god! I would rather us all trust each other, but I'm sorry, but my thing needs a reset. I would rather us all trust each other, but I still cannot quite get into my head what is happening. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Look, if you need to take your time, we can give you a few minutes.
I
Then
don't
we can
think
go to the
I
city
don't
and buy you
think
some.
a few minutes are going to be enough. They weren't enough.
Well, guess what? I can give you an
And
hour because
then I
game time.
listen to my thoughts and shut up.
Well, Thornton says, perhaps we can get Miss Rhea more comfortable.
My computer have actually refused to turn on again after reaching 0% charge. And can I continue playing blindfolded, or should I just leave?
I mean,
for now?
you can keep playing, but if combat starts, that'd be an issue.
Can someone just like move my character? I'm not really. I don't know if I really need to know my specific position to
Can't you just?
do things.
Why can't you just plug your computer in? I thought we discussed you'd have it always plugged in.
It is plugged in. It's just refusing
Because
to turn
there's
on.
a problem with the battery, so it keeps turning off.
He's
Oh,
having computer issues
Yes.
right now.
yeah, I know. I thought we discussed it ahead of time, though. All right. Well, for now, you're fine.
Discussing something
Yeah.
doesn't mean it suddenly works.
But
No, but
I am the
please
smart one. I know
replicate
how things work. Remember?
I should tell that yesterday it would have worked. If this session was yesterday, or in fact like a week ago, or sometime during a week before that, or any other time that there weren't sessions that I was allowed in, it would have been okay. Anyway, rant over.
Well,
I'm
you're
going to play
introduced, so at the
blindfolded
very
now.
least, you can access the IC chat now.
Sure.
Yeah, that's later.
So, what do
That's
we
got
do
awkward.
then?
What Thornton was getting on about is, while you two, no, what was it?
What were you getting on about?
Crap! Come on, brain, don't do this.
Go, Brian, you
Perhaps
can do
we
it.
can kill two birds with one stone. In order to make Miss Rhea more comfortable, at least in Hub, we find a way to get water of some kind.
Okay. You want to get like a
May-
pool or something.
Oh,
Yeah, or something. And while you four do that, I think me and Sosa could research, go to a library and see what they have about the strange.
That's right. None of you have done that yet.
I know that.
I forgot.
Yeah, which is why I'm suggesting it now, because it's a
Split the
session and
party.
Sosa needs comforting.
Okay, so
Well, she'd feel more comfortable in a library. She's been there like for weeks now. Well,
Yeah.
not been there, living there. She's just visited it a lot.
all right. So it sounds like you guys want to do two things. One person tried to find a way to get water back for Rhea to have a pool in home hub base, and the other ones want to do research.
And
Blue
I-
can absolutely
I- I-
have
I-
a
in
pool.
Okay.
I chime in and say, well, it would really be better if this water was salt water.
We can figure out the type of water after we get the pool.
Oh, sure. Yes.
All right. So, who's going where?
I'm taking Thornton to the library.
Yeah, those two are going to the library. Blue and anyone who wants to join him. Blue is going to his modern day items location, which is Seattle, and he's going to go grab a pool.
You actually don't know if it's easy to leave 639. You don't know if the portal's still there. No one's gone
Where do you
back.
think he's been getting the exercise equipment?
Wait a sec.
You've been getting
Seattle.
exercise equipment?
Yes!
The whole time he's been dragging in exercise equipment.
Like
That's
for the
where
last
the party on
seen it
Glam
everything.
area.
every day I wake up and make a post about how I grab a new piece of exercise equipment and how I'm battered and bruised as if I was fighting shit.
Oh.
Huh. Okay, you got it from the 9th world because 639 is level 10 to translate out of, and they would have broken their portal so you couldn't leave again.
I don't know if the 9th world has modern day shit.
Yes, it does.
It
It
does?
has future stuff.
It has
too.
everything. There is nothing you cannot
I thought
find.
it was like a fantasy sci-fi world. I didn't know it had like.
It's a billion years in
Seattle
Earth's
level
future too.
technology. I don't know.
But
Everything's
what is this
artifact.
about Seattle? You guys
Everybody's
mentioned
fighting
Seattle?
Dog
uh,
City
in the
or
chat?
Dead Seattle.
Seattle,
It's a trap
was-
world.
Yeah, it was the last session I was in. We at this point we're not even role playing anymore. We went there and it was like this sort of dead world, kind of like the Langoliers movie, and like everything was like foggy and like there was these killer lights things.
Oh, that's the one with the weird
Yeah.
special mouths that were chomping up the past.
Yeah, that one. The Stephen King book.
That
Anyway,
was freaky.
and it was awesome.
Yeah.
But you know, there wasn't actual like Langoliers in it. It was just sort of like the setting like that. Anyway, so we went there. We like some shit happened, and we escaped through a portal. Apparently, never to be seen again. The portal, not us. We never seen again.
Makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
When Thornton went straight to Dr. Sam's and had her record it down with a explicit note: "Do not go back to this world, please."
Yeah, communication fell apart.
I presume that Blue went there several more times. Alone,
Well, here's the
but
thing.
apparently not.
Blue, if you did, it would have taken you a long time to get back.
I mean, yeah.
That'll explain why Blue was gone for so long that one day.
Woo!
Multiple days.
Yeah, it took him long enough to just figure out how to succeed a level 10 task.
Oh, wow. Well, then
639 is not friendly. Anyway,
Not friendly, no.
Vivian, do you go with the people to go hunt the pool or go with the library people?
I'm gonna go with the library people because Vivian has some business he has to take care of in the city.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a die and see who I deal with first. Where's my dice? There's my dice.
Okay.
Whoops. Whoa.
Oh.
Well, that was a 3. That would be the library people. Okay.
Alright.
Thornton, Sosa, and Vivian, you go into the city, and I'll go ahead and describe it again for the sake of everyone who may not have been here and you see. So, Citadel Harazium is a very tall, multi-layered structure. Each floor houses buildings, so it's like cities stacked on top of cities, cut out of stone. And it goes up and up and up for, I think it's 37 floors. Let me check. Nope, 33. There are 33. Wait a minute, that's right. It's the same number as Pink's name. 33 floors.
Still a lot of floors.
Yeah, and they're all like the size of a city. The thing is tall, casts a shadow, is the capital of the queendom. The palace on top is very shiny. Most of your stuff you guys deal with is on the first few floors, with the markets, residential areas, nothing special. So, you guys go in, everyone's allowed in, there's like no questions. The only time you got asked questions when you tried to bring cabbage in. Anyway, you guys get in, you guys are heading right to the library. On your way... Actually, no, not yet. Oh, Atomic, apparently people are having confusion over who you're playing. Can you nickname yourself to have Vivian in your name somewhere?
Yeah, I've wanted that since the beginning.
Okay,
Using
this is
that
what I'm
would
gonna
be
do.
like easier on the mind.
This will be
Atomic Vivian, the third.
this will be the name to end all names.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Vivian.
No!
Very prepared.
What are you going to do?
Oh no!
While he's doing that, I will point out to you, see that you can still talk as Rhea in the Roll20 chat box. Wait, you can't see the Roll20 chat box right now. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yes.
Sorry.
Calm down.
I can call in the strange IC. So.
Try to avoid that during session.
Yeah, because I can't. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the OOC all the time.
Okay, sure.
That's why you didn't know about blue.
Whoa.
Anyway,
What?
Anyway,
I'm looking at. I'm waiting for the name to change, and it hasn't changed yet, which is very much concerning.
Sorry. I'm not good at snark.
Watch it be like all Unicode characters.
Oh no.
Oh, that was.
Atomic, don't kill
I
us.
don't even know what that is.
It's wingbats.
Wingdings.
Oh, must be 32
Symbol for Pope.
fewer length. Okay, well.
Yes, it must be short enough that we can actually see it when you put it in.
Oh, look, he did it. It's, there we go. The Atomic Lemon. Okay, at least Vivian is first.
Atomic Lemon Lamb.
Though, that will make people call you Vivian in the regular chat, just so you know.
Viv. Viv.
Exactly.
Alright, anyway, Vivian, Sosa, and Thornton. I'm gonna say you get to the library just fine. You were at the library.
Alright.
Yay!
Vivian does not go into the library.
Floor's the library on.
I'll say floor 4 is the big one. Well, the big public one. There's fancier ones for the nobles and such way up high.
How
Too
rude.
bad none of you look like a noble.
Well, Sosa has some mildly fancy clothes, but nothing ridiculous.
I'm the
And
noblest.
Vivian has
person.
pretty cool armor now, so.
Now to find books on the strange. Is there a receptionist?
Yeah, there's a librarian.
Alright.
I'd bring you to her.
Librarian is a Kephalim female who has like 3 pairs of glasses on her old doggy wrinkled face.
Aww.
Dr. Harris?
Dr. Farnsworth.
Well, it's a Kephalim, so it's the jackal people, so of course not.
Oh, it can't be Dr. Harris then.
But doggy face.
Puppy
Really
with
wrinkled and saggy.
glasses.
She's like, yes? What?
Hello,
do
madam.
you- Yeah,
I was wondering if you would have any
Hello.
any books on the strange here.
I'll have to go dig up
And
some.
Vivian's just glaring at her.
I'll have to go get some. It'll be in the back. Because I'm assuming you want something more than the footnotes.
Yes,
Yes,
more. Yes, please.
Okay. Vivian, you said you wanted to do something. I'm just curious. Is it something you would help change you now?
It's just mostly. Well, currently I'm glaring at the librarian, but after we're done in the library, he'd like to go meet one of his business associates.
All right. Whatever they are.
That'll be interesting.
Anyway, so
But I will say that if you went up to a normal bookshop or a library and you've asked for books about the strange, they'd give you some magic realism or something.
yeah, well, the strange is visible from the edge of Arden, so they kind of know what it is. So there's no way you could have known that, but these people do. So
Yeah.
Thornton, Sosa, and Vivian, you find the book. It's an academic title written like 50 years ago by some professor with a million names. You can see like the equivalent of PhD, doctor, associate nonsense. So many times.
Removed.
3rd times removed, yeah. The 3rd. So, Sosa is doing most of the research. UC, feedback.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're echoing.
Sorry, fixing it now. Fixing it now. Shush. There.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Alright.
oh my god. I wanted to set up so that I could have simultaneously microphone and look at the chat in the gaming app, but yeah, it turns off the thing.
All right. So, Sosa, roll to see how well you can understand academic nonsense. The rest of you don't even get to try.
Aw.
Okay, which of the D's do I?
Almost always roll a d20.
Almost always.
D20.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm a self-professed.
Okay, so you get basic success. You're not gonna find anything fancy from this. For the record, you roll.
Vivian can't do that.
Is Vivian educated?
His general knowledge is one of his skills and identification.
Are you educated in your backstory?
Yeah.
Okay, then
Graduated.
actually, you can try too.
I should change my backstory because it's changed so much.
Oh no. Anyway, roll, Vivian, to see if you can get more than basic success.
I like that comment. My backstory has changed a lot, so I should change it again.
Makes perfect sense! Okay, so Vivian gets no better success.
We're all idiots.
There's Thornton also.
Thornton, I don't believe is educated.
He's dumb.
No, he.
He can read, but he does not know how to navigate an academic thesis.
He's dumb.
You'll be able to bring this book back to the IC later and get more information out of it. But for now, all you get basically is I'll go ahead and describe it again. The legend is that about 200 years ago, the sky changed, and the edge of the world, you could now see the strange on the other side. It happened about the same time the old incarnation of war decided to rebel against the Maker, and basically the gods of this world were driven away or killed in one way or another. Some say it happened before that, some say it happened after. The records are awkward, and the guy who wrote the treatise is not trying to determine which is which. All he knows is that it's about the same time that the fight happened, the strange became visible. As for the strange itself, well, they don't really know what it is, but they have established that once you cross the threshold at the edge of the world, you enter the strange itself. You get a bubble of protective aura around you that keeps you alive, which the Darklings discovered themselves when they crossed the threshold. But the strange effects of the strange slowly damage whoever goes into it without some kind of protection. Now, apparently, this is new information for you now. Some of the places on Arden are cities at the edge of the world, which have created skyships that literally fly into the strange, protecting the crew, and pick up whatever they can find on the outside. However, it's exceptionally dangerous because beyond the threshold there are strange native creatures. Weird, bizarre, glitchy, fractal things that attack. Sometimes these things break through the threshold and get to Arden, but it's rare. Most often, though, the strange sailors have to deal with all those monsters and craziness. There's even a few people who learn how to tame them. It's weird.
Strange.
Yes, it's the strange. As the strange ships sail through the strange, they have found a few other worlds, but the paths to them are ever changing because you're able to barely glean from the academic knowledge that the strange does not follow three-dimensional spatial laws. And it seems to shift continually. So navigation of the strange, at least when the book was written, was nearly impossible, and you had to get lucky. It does note that there have been enough confirmed reports of people sailing through the strange and entering another world. When you enter the world directly through its threshold, you are not transformed, and this has resulted in magical creatures dying in worlds that can't support them.
Dear. That's depressing. So sad.
Which is interesting to you two, because you guys, whenever you travel, transform.
Intriguing.
I wonder what the difference is.
Curious, isn't it?
there must be. Thornton saying this. There must be some property from our little hub place that allows us to transform, so we better fit in. I'm actually intrigued to find one of these ships and see what other world we can find.
Well,
other markers we
the
can
book
bring
does
in.
tell you where
What-
most of the ships go out. The Kingdom to the south, which is not on good terms with the Queendom, has the largest strange port.
Would we be able to translate back though that way?
You have never tried to translate while you're inside the strange. Anyway, that is something for another time. You guys have gotten information. You're going to leave the library, and we'll go back to the other three. Rhea,
Hey.
that's UC, Blue, Keywii, Riddling, Blaster. You guys are looking
Yes.
for a way to get water in a pool. What's your
You
plan?
know what? It's a noble quest. So, Blue sort of turns to the as the three leave. This is a little earlier, retroactively.
Oh yeah, we can go back in time.
Yeah.
Blue sort of turns to the other two. The one who talks and is the one who doesn't talk and is his friend, and the one who doesn't talk and specifically stated, "We don't trust each other yet. Give it some time." And I'm like, okay. So the three of us, Blue was just like, all right. So we need to figure out a way. Did you hear that, UC?
Duh. Oh, yes.
Okay. So Blue sort of turns to the both of them and says, okay, so we need to figure out a way to get water into the spaceship hub. Now, we could get an above-ground pool. That'd be an option. Any suggestions?
Yes. Do you mean suggestions about how do we do it, or sorry, do you mean suggestions about how do we get water there, or about what do we do with that water?
Well, the water would be for you. It'd be salt water, so you'd live in there, I guess. I don't know. The question is, how do we hold it?
Oh, how do we hold it? How can we get things into the hub?
You can translate with objects.
I was about to say in character, Gabe.
Oh,
Chill.
all right. Go ahead.
Riddle gestures, holding his flute out, and then vibrating angrily.
So, there is a way to bring items back with us. It's not too big of a deal. I do it all the time. You just need to focus on where you're going back and on the item at the same time. And don't lose focus on either the entire 4 hours that you're translating. It couldn't be simpler.
I see.
As you.
So,
Right.
I suppose the difficulty is in organizing the pool itself, so as
Well,
for the water not to leak out of it.
I mean, inflatable, sure. We could get an above ground pool. They sell them in stores where I come from. We could probably find one in the ninth world. Basically, it's in a box.
Inflatable? What does that mean?
It's in a box, and you open the box, and inside is a crumpled up, soft material that you fill with air. It's called plastic. So we fill the plastic with air, and then we fill the entire thing with water, and then suddenly you have water.
I see. That
Science.
sounds weird.
You know, it makes perfect sense. I'll explain it as we go. So we have to translate to the ninth world from here. We can do that.
Yep, that's easy.
Can Miss Bubbles do it? Can Red do that though?
So long as someone in the group has been to the ninth world, you can all go.
Which means it would only be me and Riddle who could.
Yep.
Well, Thornton's been to the ninth world.
You guys aren't in the scene.
I know!
Assume Blue and Riddlewing at least have the vibration in their memory. Doesn't matter how.
Yeah. So Blue, not really trusting himself, sort of looks at Riddle.
Riddle goes and reaches into his supplies for a sheet of paper and a pen and writes Ninth World and stabs it in the ground where they're standing.
Fair enough.
All right. So you guys initiate translation.
Yeah, Blue grabs Rhea's hand and also Riddle's hand.
Okay. So, Blue, please try to succeed this
We should
time.
really have some sound effect for this.
Oh, I forgot to change the music to Arden. We'll not have to change it to the Ninth World. Oh no. We're gonna stay in Arden for a while with the others for a minute, and then we'll go to the Ninth World. I'm jumping back and forth here. You guys are crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
Kiwi, at least roll for translate.
I'm not the
This is
one
why
doing
you
it.
never split the party.
It's Riddle.
Riddle,
Riddle's
you
doing it.
Riddle, do it.
Pay attention.
We're not a
Oops, I messed it up
party
last time.
yet.
We're about to be.
Anyway, I
Riddle
found
grabs the other two and starts vibrating.
All right, Riddle, roll for it. It's only a 6 to go to the Ninth World. It's nice. I'm waiting for the roll.
9 to go to the Ninth World.
Only have to roll a
Wait.
d6.
No, roll a d20. And you know what? Kiwi's right. It should be 9.
That was a joke. Okay.
He still succeeds. Okay, you guys will translate. However, it does take 4 hours, so in that 4 hours, we shall return to the other 3.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Back with librarian bunches. You guys are leaving the library.
Yep.
Sosa, since you
Vivian,
have a library card.
Somewhere?
Well, I'm saying to Sosa, she has a library card. She can check out the book if she wants.
Yay!
Oh.
I check it out for you guys since I'm gonna assume that you want to take it with us. So I guess she asked.
Thank you,
Alright.
Sosa.
So, Vivian,
You're welcome.
what did you want to do?
I have to go see a friend of mine. If you guys are okay with that.
What?
Sure.
So ask. Need any?
Sosa, you're cutting out. I mean, Speckle.
Oh, sorry. Sosa asked. Do you need any assistance, Vivian?
Alright, it sounds like you're
That-
speaking into a vocator that's also cutting off.
You're cutting in and out.
It's weird. Didn't do
Very
anything with my mic.
glitch-like. Very glitch-like, opposed to just cuts. That makes
Well-
sense.
Doing-
Sounds better now.
Well, oh, okay. Okay, let me try again. Sosa asks Vivian, "Do you need any assistance, Mr. Vivian?"
I shouldn't, but I wouldn't mind some company on the way over there.
All right,
After
so
all,
And onward we
in
go
my
then.
time as a huntsman, you never split the party.
never.
Oh.
You crazy people! This is your own doing, but it's great.
That's fine. I like that.
Perfect. All right. So you 3 are going to Vivian's associate. I actually have no idea who his associate is. This is gonna be fun.
We'll find out together.
Well,
This is what
In his
this is what I
spare
get
time.
for being a GM of an open world game.
The thing is, no one really knows what's going on here because I haven't really said anything about it.
Yeah.
I did allude to it
shenanigans.
multiple times.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's you do have referenced him several times, so I'm not like saying you can't do that. I just don't know who he is.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, you're heading
basically,
over
what
there.
Vivian's
However,
doing, his big scheme has been great, and you're about to find out what his great scheme was. This was inspired by 33.
okay, you know what? I was going to interrupt you, but now I'm curious. Vivian, describe what happens when you arrive at wherever you're going. I'm curious.
Ooh.
Vivian approaches a man in an office. It's very, very sophisticated,
Ah,
business
magic baubles everywhere.
place. Very business,
Very business.
much business. Vivian goes up to a guy and pulls 2 gold ingots out of his haversack and says, "I want this translated into gold pieces, please, and I want the all of it invested into such and such
What is the such and such?
stock."
Huh?
And dealing in sheep industry.
The sheep. Gold only played in one session, and all those sheep he murdered have had vast economic differences across the entire queendom.
The reason for this
Oh my
is
goodness.
when Vivian was making the meat and 33 was being difficult, 33 said, okay, I'll just do some things for you. So Vivian's like, oh, go grab me some gold from Cataclysm, but then that gave him an idea. So ever since, he's been going to Cataclysm, sometimes with 33, bringing gold back, going to Arden, and basically giving himself an infinite source of dough,
Yeah.
and reinvesting that in the sheep industry, which was initially, we're just going to buy this guy's sheep that you murdered back. And then it became a bigger idea. So now he's basically never going to have to worry about paying anything ever again. That's
Yeah.
why he could get
Booming economy
a giant
based
bag
on
of
sheep.
gold.
Sheep economy! You know what? I love
Is
it.
the
No,
richest amongst you?
I love it. No role required. You win. Have an experience point, Vivian.
Wow. She gets instant experience. That's-
Vivian, record 1 experience point on your sheet. I love this. Congratulations.
Sheep are amazing.
Achievement get sheep industry.
That is the 2nd experience point I've passed out. Yep.
I'm excited to get in on these sheep futures.
Sheep futures. Okay!
My stomach.
Alright! Okay.
Vivian remarks that his plans are going to extend later to the cattle industry, or anything
boy.
he think he can get good speculation on.
God, I wish Blue were good at economics. I would be so into this.
I am so surprised that Vivian was good at economics. This is great. This is the best thing. Sheep!
Hurts.
Okay.
My stomach hurts.
So, now that you 3 have done that deal, and Sosa and Thornton are awed at Vivian's economic abilities. Actually, is Vivian? No, Vivian isn't even a Kephilim. He doesn't have the commerce blessing.
Oh wow. I'm dizzy.
He's used to a digital currency.
Well, yeah, your translation ability, I have said from the start, allows for a lot of exploitation in terms of money. Especially in the 9th world and other things. Anyway, gotta keep going and managing everything. So, you 3 are actually not done yet. That was great. Anyway.
Alright, what would you guys like to do next? I'm done here.
You guys aren't going to decide what to do next. I get to decide what to do next.
Uh-oh.
You fools.
Lovely.
So, as you guys walk outside and start talking about what we're going to do next, and before you start going into a pinky in the brain reiteration, we instead end up with a man in a hood walking up to you.
Oh boy.
He's like, he doesn't look at Sosa or Thornton at all. Instead, he looks right at Vivian. Your people are exceptionally hard to track down. It's as if you vanish.
Oh no, it's that Munson guy.
No, it's not Munson. You know who Munson looks like.
I know. I'm pretty sure I know who it is out of character.
So the man looks at Vivian and says, "We set up a meeting long ago through Tikzak to discuss reparations that we caused, and there was never a follow-up."
Oh my.
Vivian needs a refresher.
Okay, so in the original session, the very first one,
Right.
you guys were attacked by homunculus.
And that blew up the guy's stand, right?
Yeah, both guys stand. So the homunculus later, on the second session, their bosses came over and offered an apology to Tikzak and said they were willing to make reparations. And Tikzak, for some reason I still am not sure on, thought that Quintessence needed to be the one to figure out what was done because she was the one who was injured. Now, Quintessence hasn't been back in Arden for an extended period of time. They've never been able to find her. It's been driving them nuts. So now this guy is coming up to you because he knows who you are and knows you're associated. And they're kind of ticked off that no one has come back to talk to them.
Oh dear.
Oh, hello. Yes. Merchant Guild people.
No, this is the people who run the homunculuses. The masked guy has nothing to do with this.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Homunculus guys.
Like, just don't
Right.
raise your voice about it. You know we're not welcome in this city.
I don't know if I'm welcome in this city. Anyway, yes, the reparations for the incident.
We are tired of waiting. We're trying to establish more general relations with you, and we can't do that if you do not follow on your agreements to follow up on things.
Well, then perhaps we can
Okay, well,
get this settled now, then.
yes, well, what are you offering?
So, we wish to express our disappointment that our operatives in this region decided you were a threat for simply appearing. This is not the case. We seek to know and give ourselves a great, understanding representation in the world where everyone in Arden seems to think we are an evil, mindless horde of conquering monsters. We are not. As you can plainly see, we have intelligence and can understand your plights just as well as anyone else. It was simply a foolish decision on the part of that particular green homunculus who wished to end you for being different. We sincerely apologize and have been asking how we can make it up to you for I don't know how long at this point. He's
Oh my.
He's apparently been doing this for a while.
So she's very nervous. She doesn't know this guy.
You see, I was the one who kind of shot his head off.
Yes, you were acting in self-defense. Of course.
I do apologize for that, but at the time, well, I didn't know that your will was mostly in general will was good because all I saw was being attacked. And
and every time you're at the bar, they will talk about the betrayer and his homunculuses like they're all monsters. This entire town hates him. Entire kingdom hates him.
What would you like to give us as reparations? I mean, I'm cool with nothing. I mean, I was just doing my job.
Like,
I'll take nothing, but...
You take nothing. Okay.
I can't speak for the others.
He's like, you were trying to figure out okay. You don't need anything. Great. That's just great. He breathes a few times, regains his composure, folds his arms, and is like, very well then. In that case, we simply extend open invitation to you to come visit our Lord's great kingdom at the southern end of the world. He reaches into his pocket and glances around the scene like he's not supposed to be doing this, or rather, trying to hide from everyone who's in sight who hates his people. He gives out a little disc-shaped ruby. Actually, give you 6 of them. He says, if you ever wish to enter our kingdom, just arrive at the doorstep with these, and we shall let you in. And show them to any of our operatives, and they will know what it means. But I highly recommend not letting any of the queendom's operatives find you with them. They will know what they mean.
Understood. I take all of them. Leon takes all 6 of them.
All 6, yeah. Why 6? Because you never have a party larger than 6. And so he backs away and says, please extend my apologies to Quintessence, and if you will, perhaps explain to Tic-Zac the importance of punctuality and decisiveness.
Oh, these are things I believe in myself. Of course I will.
Good, good. And remember, what you hear about our Lord from the people of this queendom are largely lies. Goodbye. And he slinks away.
Yeah.
Some fun people. I am sure there's nothing shady going on about them.
Oh no, really?
Does he leave like Batman style where he disappears as soon as the camera moves away from him?
Yes. So you have magic sense, right? Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yep, magic was used.
Yes, I do. Oh, there's magic in the air.
Well, the entire world is highly magical, but he used a spell to get away.
Yep.
Alright, so do you 3 do anything immediately with this information?
Sosa asks Who was that?
Oh, well, let's just say, first time I ever came here, we were attacked by something like that, and it, bit Princess in the legs, and
Oh dear.
it shot its head off, basically.
Sosa.
Oh dear.
Sosa.
Yes.
You still sense magic. Like it hasn't left.
Oh.
You, like the way he went to go, you still sense magic.
Ah. There's magic. It's still heavy in the air. It feels strange. And then she points in the direction. From that way. Was that person a wizard, perhaps?
Yeah, they have some. They do possess some skills of deception. I mean, there was another one that was actually human, dressed as a human, and was not human at all.
Oh dear.
You look like a human and breathe like a human, but you aren't a human.
That describes most of your
I've only
characters,
seen
to be
one thing
fair.
like it.
Anyway,
Mimicking humans.
the magic is still there. Just turn around a corner behind a building somewhere.
Throcknar investigate. Or not Throcknar, Thornton.
Thornton, you've been volunteered!
Why am I being here?
I'm not sure all of us are even featherless bipeds.
Well, Sosa's too nervous to really do anything. She doesn't know if she's to do anything. She just pointed it out, you know, where it was.
You know what,
Sosa,
I'll go.
you
I'll go check it out.
were able to sense this magic. Do you know what kind of magic it might be? Anything to obscure or...
Sosa, you have no way to know exactly what it is, but for some reason you think it's blue.
What?
You think the color is blue, and you're not sure why.
Oh, not the character, the color.
Oh.
Got it.
Got it.
You think
All I feel not our blue, but just the color. I
Blue?
can't explain why.
Hashtag not
It
my blue.
just blue. Strange.
I'll go check it out.
Alright, Vivian
Vivian
turns the corner. And so guess what?
Okay.
The guy you were...
Wait up!
Okay, so you both go.
Wait.
All three of you go! Alright!
Sosa doesn't want to be left alone. She's
So,
worried about
you turn the corner,
them both.
and the guy you were just talking to has had a massive black lance stuck through his heart and pinned him to the wall.
Oh no!
Oh snap!
There is no sign of a person holding the lance, or even anyone else being here, besides, you know, the fact that there's a lance stabbed through his heart and he's pinned against the wall, very dead.
Vivian.
We just
Norman
walked
from
into
the
a very bad
side.
situation. We need to
Oh,
get
dear.
out of here now.
What does
my
Vivian
goodness,
do?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Just blocks Sosa's eyes, just puts his hand in front of her eyes.
Aww.
Okay, so... everyone roll perception, all three of you.
Hey, I get +3, let's go.
Even Sosa, who has her eyes covered.
Well, she saw it for a split second.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just waiting for Vivian.
Wait, D20, not 12.
Oh,
Oh shit!
but you still rolled an 11
I'm
also.
sorry. I'm so sorry. D20.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Vivian and Thornton both succeed.
My eyes are covered, and I'm
Now that
freaking
he's-
out,
Your
so-
eyes are good.
Now that
Her
he's
eyes are
dead,
closed. She can't see anything.
now that he's dead and his magic aura is actually slowly fading, both Thornton and Vivian detect a world vibration in his pocket.
Oh.
A recursion.
Well, a world key. Something from another world.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, but we know the vibrations are called recursions by another world.
Okay. Anyway, it's
Thornton
in his
is
pocket,
going to-
apparently.
Thornton,
Yeah.
do you sense what I sense?
I do.
Okay, now that they're talking about it, Sosa can sense it
Oh my
too.
goodness. Okay. Oh. Oh,
He's got
I recognize.
one of those world keys. Thornton is
take
going
Sosa around the
to
corner.
reach into the pocket and bring it out.
Okay, Thornton, you remove a glass vial filled with blue crystalline particles, almost like dust. Vivian, you recognize this immediately.
So Vivian took Sosa around the corner to, not see the impaled corpse.
Uh-huh.
So Thornton is gonna walk around the corner with it.
Alright, so, Vivian, you
So,
recognize what Thornton
I
has
do.
immediately.
Vivian stops, just stares at it, and just immediately grabs it out of Thornton's hand, kind of forcefully.
What?
Dust.
Sorry. Dust.
Dust. Dust.
Wind dust. Wind dust. Vivian just kind of stares. He's just catatonically staring at this. Just staring into its soul.
You know what this is then, I assume. Bye.
Vivian still doesn't say anything.
Bye.
Oh my. Oh my.
Vivian,
Oh, is he staring at it so intently he started translating already?
Yep.
Okay, Vivian has entered a translation state.
Guys, take my hands.
Oh, we're going to the Ruby world.
Sosa, he's gotten himself into a translation. We should probably follow him to make sure he does. Yeah.
Right.
Didn't mean to translate, but that's what happened.
I mean, if you stare at something for too long and you're too excited, you will start focusing on it.
Oh, I guess we like.
You can touch him and join him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thornton does that.
Okay.
As does Sosa.
Okay, so I'm just going to make, before we go for break here, I'm going to make Vivian roll for translation. I'm not telling you what the target number is.
Oh boy.
Cool. I just got myself on fear.
Alright, Vivian, what you doing? That is technically a failure. I was going for 12. So roll a d100 to see the consequence.
Oh boy.
It could be worse.
Well, yeah, most of these still result in you going to where you want. Most.
Yeah, and it's not too dangerous of a place, so
47. Not too dangerous.
Oh.
Okay, so the only negative here is that all of your minds are cloudy for an hour, so -3 to all perception tasks. And poof, you three are gone. And we will take a break, and when we get back, we will not be with you, we will be with the other three in the ninth world.
Oh, suspense. And bathroom break.
Anyway,
I'll be right
10-minute break, go to the bathroom, get a snack, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I will have to.
I
I forgot to get music for Ruby, so I will go find that because I'm an idiot.
go get
Alright.
some butt metal.
And then it's onward to Pool Quest.
Yep, cool catch. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Pool quest.
see you guys
Also,
in 10 minutes. Oh, what?
All
we
right.
may or may not be platonically shipping Riddle and Blue in the OOC.
What's wrong with you people? Anyway, see you in 10 minutes.
Shipping comes naturally. We're so.
If
I don't
anyone,
know
if anyone has any suggestions for background music for Remnant, that would be great. Thanks. I forgot.
There's some good orchestral stuff on
Yeah.
the Ruby soundtracks that's not the butt metal, so
Yeah, so just give it to me.
Nomads from Starbound.
I'll go elsewhere for now.
Okay, guys.
Let me get the entire album from is it Casey Lee something.
Jeff Williams, actually.
Oh,
Jeff
right.
Williams is the main composer, and then his daughter is Casey Lee Williams or something like that.
Yeah, the main singer. So anyway,
So
Yeah,
you guys
orchestral
are
stuff's
for
actually
the
pretty
Blood
good.
Evolution, huh?
Yo, guys. So I am sorry for all my fucking technical difficulties.
honestly, it's
It's
fine. It's
fine.
not like it's your fault, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, if we had this session like for example, 4 hours earlier, it would work absolutely fine. Or if we had it yesterday, or if we had it like almost any time at all, that is not the time that I could have had sessions. You know, it's like it's like universe kind of hates the idea of me playing RPGs with you guys. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about what your characters are, if anyone has that as open information.
What do you mean specifically? Like, ask a question about me and I'll answer.
Back.
Hey,
So
I didn't miss anything, did I?
Nope.
what is
I have
your
a quick question for Speckle.
Yeah.
Does Sosa
I'm
have
listening.
any armor, or is she just a squishy girl? Squishy wizard?
She's currently she's in casual. She's squishy. She transforms. Her outfit doesn't look armory, but it provides some defense, mostly against magic.
Because Tycoon.
Also, I would posit that most girls are squishy.
This is fair, but Sosa is a wizard / magic person /
Yeah.
always squishy.
Very
Tycoon,
slash.
Tycoon, I'm pretty sure has the highest adept armor in the party, with 4, and then Throckner has 5.
So I guess Keywii, what's your character's focus? I'm curious.
Trained without armor.
Why does everyone care so much about the damn focus? I didn't even write it.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh,
Everything's a mess. I generally don't like splitting the party up like this, but it seems to be working fine.
I need to
Anyway,
shut up again now.
Blue's focus is a resilient stickman explorer who masters weaponry.
Oh wait, are you from the animator versus animation
Nope.
or something?
Close.
People keep saying that.
He
No,
is from Stick Fight.
my character is from a video game known as Stick Fight the Game. It's on Steam. You can check it out.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
But when I was making the character, I kind of wanted to incorporate a lot of other stick-related stuff. Like, so I did incorporate some stuff from Animator versus Animation. Also some stuff from Henry Stickmin a little bit.
Ooh.
Not too much, obviously. Like, they talk.
I see.
But
And not just every James Bond style base infiltration stick figure fight animation.
there was a lot of inspiration from Stick Fight the Game, i.e. the fact that, like, it doesn't bleed, and you don't bleed in that game. But yeah, no, I took a little inspiration from, like, every stick thing, because that's not something anyone else has ever added lore to.
Travis, which song do you recommend from the soundtrack? I'm looking at all of them, and I got too many. He's not here, is he? Darn it.
Pick the 12th one.
12th one. Okay, let me listen to it.
I don't care.
I heard my name from the depths.
I was trying to figure out which track from the soundtrack for Ruby was going to be the best shot here.
Your name is Travis.
My big sister warned me that dinner is almost ready. I told her I'd handle it and not to worry, so let's hope she doesn't barge in.
Ah. Well, luckily you're not on the 9th world right now.
Oh, well, don't worry, cause I'm not, threatening or anything. It's just, if you hear someone screaming, that's her.
Alright.
My mic, that's her.
Anyway. Okay, I'm just... Yeah, still 4 minutes left. I'm still trying to figure out which song I want. Oh no, too many options.
Okay, let me look. On Spotify, they're simply called Episode 1 score, Episode 2 score, so on and so on.
I found that. Which one do you think is the best?
Oh, what I did was I linked GM the wiki page for the track listing of Volume 1 soundtrack.
Mr. Diddy.
So, actually, let me link that to the chat itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know which one I like more. When I do listen to it, which is rarely, I just...
That's what I linked in.
So, you could just... Maybe there's a...
Red like roses. That's the only song I know from Ruby.
My brother listens to Caffeine a lot.
Well, we're trying to avoid
only
lyrics.
saw
It's background music.
I only saw the
I know.
first 2 episodes, so I don't really know much aside
Oh my god,
from...
you've missed so much. There's so much, Ruby.
I watched a lot, and then I did research just because I rolled this. This world is not my choice. I roll a new world every now and then to see what happens. So first of all, I roll on the strange default worlds. I roll Arden. Because it's a world you already have, we go to one of your home worlds.
Ah.
I'll just go with episode
Oh, yeah.
1 score unless someone else has a better idea at this point.
When are we going to the stick world?
Whenever I roll worlds you already have and then roll your character.
Nice. I want everyone to become
Wonder
stick
what they-
people because they'll be so upset.
Dungeon.
Also, we'll probably be confused.
Alright.
AF.
Does Riddle become a stick?
Oh.
Everyone becomes a stick biped. Unless they're, like, really not... Like, 33, for example, would probably become, like... I don't know. I would have to come up with something. But, like, all of the become human or jackal people, or just normal-shaped ones, they would become a stick.
You know what? Lemhas? A solid hour? That'll work, sure! I'll find a more specific song later. There we go.
I was also
Have to
going to
say-
say the Starbound orchestral soundtrack is amazing for random worlds if you're
Yeah.
if you're R&D.
Well, normally I roll ahead of time. I just forgot to grab the song this time because I'm an idiot.
I have to say though, the world of stick figures raises a lot of questions.
You have no idea the kinds of questions you will be asking when you get further into this range.
Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to slow drip me
Ooh,
questions
I like the
before
sound
we
of that.
get there,
I wonder.
so that I can then answer those questions before we get to the world.
I wonder if GM used the same thing for the Gungeon or not.
What for the Gungeon?
The same like determining system.
No, that was because we decided we could do it. We were like, oh, this is a crazy idea. There's no way this can work. Wait, it can work.
And now it's a good chunk of the way through.
Yeah, it's almost complete. I only have 1 floor left. But the thing is, I have to populate it afterward, and that's the hard part because I have to design the game to be balanced and still scale. Ugh.
Yeah, you see.
I don't
Every
know if
so
the
often-
tunes would work.
Send me a bunch of questions about Stick World, and I will answer them. Like, you'll get me thinking about them. Like, ask me a fuck ton of questions about Stick World.
Is this for me?
You just take
Should I write them now?
I mean, write whatever you want. The point is, it's in PMs, not in session, you know?
Oh, okay. Fine. If the session hasn't moved on to the pool group, I'll write some questions.
Well, we actually are going to start with the pool group now, so just wait.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
action!
I finally get to use the Ninth World team, the Ninth World music I finally chose.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alright, so in the Ninth World,
I feel like I'm about to be accosted by a rap battle.
that is a possible thing that could happen. So in the Ninth World, you all retain your default forms, which means, yes, Rhea, you are now a fish that can't speak again.
Okay.
None of us can speak. Why are we together?
I didn't think about this until now, but you know what? Good stuff, we'll figure this out!
I'm sorry, what was the question? If I can't speak, then what?
None of you can speak. Riddlewing is mute, you are a fish not underwater, and Blue can only speak in text.
He doesn't have a mouth.
Oh my god, that's great.
You guys did not think this through.
I didn't realize this!
Fucked up.
Well,
Considering you all want to support the party, so it's all on you guys for running off.
When I made this plan, I thought I was going to Seattle.
well, you know what? This makes better story. You all realize at kind of the same time. Oh. So, you guys are translated to the default location, which is a little green hill in the middle of the Kingdom of Thamor. I don't think I've explained this in the session yet, so I'll do it and explain it now. posting into OOC the map of the kingdom you're in. A very small kingdom that kind of everyone looks down on because it has no exports, no imports, has nothing known about it, and the king is no one respects him.
Oh, I remember that one.
Anyway.
Does it have modern day stuff?
In certain places, yes. But right now, you are at the grayish dot in the middle of Thamor, which is just where you appear. The bazaar that has been a constant source of adventure for the last few times you were at the Ninth World is packing up and preparing to move to another location. But for now, you can still go there and shop for virtually anything you could possibly imagine.
So, Blue, realizing, all right, we're in the Ninth World, he can't speak, and also the new person, Rhea, can't read his text. So, it is going to be gestures all damn day.
Yes!
So, Blue looks to Riddle, because they're bros, and they got gesture language down, and suggests that they go to... Where are we?
You're on the hill.
By the way, guys, I have a decipher ability.
Decipher.
So,
oh!
Yeah.
Oh, you! Ah!
What?
The mermaid has the ability Decipher, which means she can stare at things and sort of understand them if she tries hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now I'm kind of wondering how to at some level I'm wondering how do I have that if my race doesn't have written language.
It's
and
magic.
On the other hand, it kind of makes sense because we do interact with like land dwellers. So for us, every time we see a language, it is a code.
So here's the thing. That ability costs 1 int. Every time you try to understand what Blue says, you're going to lose a brain point.
Well, we've determined that Blue basically isn't going to use any text at all anymore, since the one doesn't understand it and the other one doesn't need it. So it's going to be Gesture City.
Gesture City.
So here's what Riddle does.
Hand language.
8 points over to Ray. Then he does a thing with his forearms, and then he flaps his wings twice.
Blue nods, clearly understanding what you just did, and so, I don't know. I hate the fact that you do this to me. Anyway, so Blue suggests through gesturing that they go to the closest town.
Riddle nods
as
and approaches Ray with the intent, it appears, to pick him up.
Her.
Yeah.
The mermaid.
Fish.
Fish bubbles.
Alright, so as I'll point out, normally this area is uninhabited, but ever since you arrived and up until now, there's been a bazaar literally in sight range. They're currently packing up and ready to go, but right now, this is probably the last time you'll be able to go in there and buy anything you want. After they're gone, which is probably going to be next day or two, there will no longer be towns very close to this location.
Ah, gotcha. So now's the time.
Alright, well.
So,
So Riddle gets into position to pick up Ray and, well, helicopter him over.
So, yeah,
Wait.
no,
Helicopter noises.
Yes, Riddle's wings are very noisy when he's picking stuff up that's rather heavy.
Yeah, Blue sort of
is.
gestures to Rhea, like, just sort of, like, pointing up and down, and just sort of, like, giving what would be a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, I give him an indecisive thumbs up.
And off they go!
Okay.
Blue is light, but he also doesn't get on Riddle, it can just run along.
Okay, so you just run along, you're in the bazaar, as usual. This place,
I have a mute expression of a scream on my face.
Oh.
But it is not visible.
I feel that.
Alright, so the Ninth World is a mixture of fantasy, sci-fi, and other random junk. There are magic scepters next to scanning devices, next to an ancient smartphone someone dug out that has the year 2020 inscribed on it, and the Apple logo.
Of course.
Sure, a
It's Apple.
9 billion-year-old iPhone. It still works.
It didn't still work until someone slapped a grub on it. Now it does. That's the whole thing with the ninth world. They make your iPhones work by sticking magic grubs on it, then wiring it into some sort of ancient AI system, and yay, it works now!
But also it's a 2020 iPhone, so it breaks anyway.
Oh yeah, it's not going to function properly, but it can tell you the weather a billion years ago.
Oops.
The weather it tells you is of December 31st. Anyway, so they go to the bazaar, correct?
Yep, you're in the bazaar. Mostly humans, but there's also walking redfish people. You don't see any cat.
Wait, GM. We go to the bazaar. I thought we were in the strange.
It's the strange bazaar.
It's a strange bazaar, sorry. The bazaar is on the ninth world. You guys haven't entered the physical strange yet. The strange is just a transition stage.
It's the ninth strange bazaar we've been to.
Shut up, Kiwi, you're being confusing!
Anyway. So we go to the bazaar, and we Blue sort of nods at Riddle, suggesting that he'll check out one booth, and they sort of go to other ones.
Okay, so...
nods and goes the other way.
With enough time, you're looking for an inflatable pool, right?
Why won't you ever let me roleplay? I was just about to continue sentencing.
Alright, go ahead.
Anyway, so he goes up to the first stall and sort of like looks at the shopkeeper. Have they seen him before?
This particular shopkeep, no. But he only gives you a passing strange look because you're not the only two-dimensional creature in this world.
Oh.
And because every now and then random things will erupt out of the ground. The ninth world is freaky.
Can I tell from him that he's... Can I tell?
You can tell that he finds you strange, but not enough to do more than blink a few times.
Strange, but not this strange.
Yep.
So text appears beside Blue as he looks at the shopkeeper. Have you seen other sticks?
Wow, would you look at that? Sticks? He reaches under his counter and brings out a stick.
Blue brings what would be his hand to what would be his face in a fucking depressed moment. Blue says the sentence again, or text the sentence again, but the word stick is capitalized, and Blue points to the capital letter S.
He reaches under his counter and pulls out a platinum stick with gemstones instead into it.
What? Oh my goodness.
Stick person, and the word person is fucking fully capitalized.
Oh, you mean things like you! Well, I saw a floating swarm of triangle creatures, but they tried to eat me. Beyond that, you look like one of them hologram thingies.
Holograms?
Yeah, he points at a stall, like down the path a little ways, where there is a holographic projection of a woman with purple skin, but it's not a three-dimensional hologram, it's two-dimensional, so she kind of looks askew from this angle.
So it's not so much a hologram as a projector screen.
Yep, but it's floating in midair, so there.
Well, anyway, Blue sort of like shakes his head, just like, no, hang on. So the words appear beside him. I'm looking for an inflatable pool.
Inflatable? I was like, oh, you're looking for something! So he pulls out a little disc with a crystal shaped like a bug, but except the bug crystal is moving, sort of, around the edge of the disc, like it's crawling. He taps it. I got a customer looking for something called an inflatable pool. And you hear a beep go off in several different stalls.
Uh-oh.
And you see them going like, inflatable pool. You see people rummage through their stores looking for something. This entire bazaar is basically like, someone's looking for something. Well, that's our guarantee that we have everything. And so eventually, at long last, a creature seemingly made out of paper
Awesome.
that swirls into a cube-shaped head with arms of, like, the paper coming out. There's still, like, paper. Imagine, if you will, an unraveled mummy with no body in the middle and no head.
Well, I'm trying to determine if it's like paper craft or if it's like Super Mario.
CVS receipts.
Like Paper Mario sort of thing.
It's it's hard to describe. Imagine
He's
if you...
wrapped in CVS receipts, that's why.
Yeah, receipts. There you go. That's kind of what it looks like. Receipts that are trailing in the wind.
Receipts, CVS receipts.
We have a
I don't know
receipt
what a TVS
person.
is. You
Literally.
keep saying the acronym over and over again. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, well, it should because it's a meme. CVS is a drugstore, and their receipts are like 500 miles long when you buy one stick.
I live in Canada. Our drugstores are called Shoppers Drug Mart.
Do they have 500-mile long receipts for one item?
No, usually that's the grocery store connected to the Shoppers.
Right, well, it's the same idea.
In Russia. I live in Russia, and our drugstores are called apothecaries because we're cooler than you.
Yeah, see? Non-Americans in the chat.
Yeah. All right.
But everyone understands the trouble of a grocery store receipt being 500 miles, meters,
Yes,
kilometers.
I actually only experienced that at the youth bench.
My dad and I got one that was like just 6 inches long. So.
Wow. I remember the only time I had to deal with long receipts was when I was the one managing the cashier. I occasionally people
Just long receipts.
Oh yeah. The paper creature, the paper creature that seemingly is made out of receipts, without anything printed on them.
By the way, I have to ask: are people on the bazaar bothered by like a very outwardly nude and repulsively looking client?
You get strange looks, but seeing as there's a papery creature selling things,
a stick man.
Yeah, you're not likely to be judged too much. Well, I mean, you are going to be judged, but you're not going to be arrested. You might want to invest. You might want to invest in a shirt later.
Yes.
We're at the bazaar.
Yeah. Anyway, the paper creature reaches into his folds and pulls out a tiny Rubik's Cube-like object and drops it in front of you. This contains what you're looking for, customer.
The words "bit small" in it appear beside him.
One of the papery tendrils taps the top of the cube, and it explodes out into a bouncy castle-sized swimming pool, and you need to roll to dodge.
Wow!
If I'm holding my gun, can I auto-dodge the bouncy castle?
You're holding the gun, so you get +3 to dodge. It's only level 2.
I'm not. I was asking, but like...
Oh.
I wanted to make the dumbest sentence possible.
Hey, you don't go flying by down bouncy castle pool of the face. So this pool is large, quite large. It's twice as tall as you are.
Oh, okay. Height-wise, it's good too. All right.
Yeah. It's perfectly circular, and it's ribbed around the edges, and it's got fish designs of larger fish eating smaller fish.
I love how you're making up as you go. All right, so Blue like looks it over, sort of inspecting it, you know, like measuring it with his arm lengths and sort of being animated stickman. And essentially, he nods, and then he goes back to the receipt.
Oh,
man.
I have a question. Have I dodged successfully?
It was only on Blue because he was talking. Blue was the only one close enough to get smacked.
Yeah, you're with Riddle in the air at the moment, unless you've landed. I don't know.
Okay. I just worried maybe I could have pierced it with my spine. But okay.
Don't though. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely not.
That's going to be a problem when we get back to Hub.
We'll figure it out. Anyway.
And so the creature is like, "Now you pay." And he's
yeah. When I was interrupted, Blue was literally about to nod and then ask how much.
All right. He gives a number that's 300 shins, which is kind of expensive. But as I remember, you guys have the sheep stonks, so.
Well, also, if you haven't been reading the IC, but another thing Blue does in his off time is win fights in Arden.
Yep, which, yeah, gets you money. You guys have... I assume you guys have money for anything that's not a unique item.
Riddle pitches in with all of his music money.
Sure.
Blue stops and like, no, don't worry, I got this.
Alright.
Plops down a bag of coins on the table.
Alright, so the papery creature, like, mechanically drops the cube into your hands. But press this face, not any of the other 5, and it opens.
What happens if you press the other 5 faces?
I don't know. When I bought it, I was warned not to.
Oh no.
Our Blue just sort of nods and puts it in his void space he puts things.
Yeah. Ominous pool cube obtained.
Just puts it in the inventory.
Yep.
In the syllabus.
Do Riddle and Rio want to do stuff? I kind of took that scene over.
Riddle points towards the river.
There's only a small river going through here.
Precisely. It points to the river and looks questioningly, while looking at Blue.
I mean, Blue, like, just sort of passively nods, like, yeah, you lead the way.
Riddle then picks up Rin and starts going for the river, while probably blowing everything over with his wing wash.
Oh, as you're going over there, a woman with bright red hair and a floating cart behind her that's hovering like hovercraft, filled with shirts, shows up and says, "Hey, like my shirt?"
Tycoon.
I see you need shirts. We got plenty of shirts. We got shirts with design, shirts with no design, shirts made out of the blood of your worst enemies. I mean, never.
How does that work?
Riddle looks at Ree to see, and then looks over at Shirt Lady.
Do I get any actions in this scene?
Oh, you can say when you do something whenever. We're not in combat. You can generally just say what you want to do whenever.
I know, but so you know, I mean, if people have monopolized the conversation, I just like
I know.
I remain passive.
I apologize for monopolizing earlier. What do you want to do?
No. You don't apologize. If it's in character, that's totally fine. I am being shy and confused and reactive.
Cool. What do you want to do?
Riddle's wondering if you want something to do with the Shirt Lady or not.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you came up to her and like started talking, I'm doing nothing.
All right. So
that's role playing. That's not me. Like,
I know, but you're doing a lot of explaining what you would do instead of actually doing any of it.
Yeah.
Do something.
Right. So apparently he's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as Riddle sort of looks at the Shirt Lady, Blue just sort of like hands them more money, and just sort of gestures to buy them all.
Buy them.
Mm-hmm.
The woman's like,
well, at least we won't run out of shirts.
okay. Some of these shirts are like.
Okay, so now I sort of rise up and prod him in his shoulder and like look questionably.
Blue like vigorously nods, like it's like a joke to him. He's having fun, just buy all the shirts.
Okay, so the woman will keep back some of her special magic shirts that have weird effects, but you can buy all the ordinary shirts, no problem.
All the shirts.
She keeps back her shirt of invisibility and her shirt of explosive touch and stuff like that.
No, Blue's handing the money to Riddle for him to do it.
Oh.
I should have a fourth stat called Confusion, and now it rises up yet again. I don't have much experience with the concept of a shop, so but I have some. So I'm not quite understanding what's going on, but okay, fine, sure, whatever.
Riddle lands with Ray and brings the money over to Shirt Lady, and
Shirt Lady's like, "You're insane! I love you. You get all the ordinary shirts. It does not come with the cart, so you now have a pile of shirts.
Bonk.
Riddle stuffs every shirt he can into his main space.
You don't even come close to getting a tenth of it.
Well, Blue
Oh,
can
wow.
start putting.
And then gives the rest
shirts.
to Blue.
Blue, your little pocket does have a limit. It can't hold everything.
Blue starts putting shirts in his fucking gun pocket.
You will run out of space.
How many shirts are there?
Enough to fill a
Yes.
wheelbarrow.
Is that enough to fill the your 2 spaces?
Actually, I don't know. How large is your space, Keywii?
Well, consider cartoon characters pulling like hammer space. How much can fit in a hammer space?
Actually, Looney Tunes characters, when they do the old strip search and they pull out like a truckload of random stuff that ends up involving a bazooka at some point.
All right, fine. You
There you go.
you have managed to store all the shirts in hammer space.
I call it gun space because
kitchen
that's usually
sink.
what he puts in there.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Oh, and then the kitchen sink. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the shirts appears to be made out of porcelain and has a faucet on it.
Well, good thing we have broad.
This is actually sick for like smuggling and stuff.
Welcome to the 9th world, where you can find anything, just not what you want.
No, we found what we wanted.
Are you sure the ominous pool cube is what you wanted?
Yes, we wanted the kitchen sink shirt.
Okay, so Rhea, you now have a shirt.
It was selection.
Got a lot more than one shirt, but the one you currently were given is a basic white one with some kind of black circle painted on it.
Yeah, let's hope it sufficiently covers all of the.
It's fine.
pain.
Don't. We do not need to dwell here.
Fine. Okay.
He's squeamish. Leave him alone.
Aw.
Nobody's
Okay.
ever looked underneath the ponies before.
Oh.
We don't want.
Okay. fine.
We don't want this. This is a normal. We're keeping within the rating of the server. No details.
Oh, I haven't done any details.
You were starting.
Anyway, cover your bobs.
Anyway,
Now we're.
Meanwhile,
Actually.
Riddle
Meanwhile-
picks up Ray again and continues on to the river.
Okay, to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
river. You guys arrive at the river. It's a small river. It's not necessarily the most cleanest river ever, but hey, it works. People drink from it and usually don't get sick.
Usually.
Something's happening outside my room.
All
What
right.
should I do?
Go interact. You're not in the scene.
Do a dance.
Oh, I know. It's just I don't want to miss it when it comes to be my group's turn again.
It'll be soon, I think, but we'll just go off. We'll wait for you if it comes to that.
Okay, I'll inspect.
All right.
I'll carry on with the river.
So yeah, the river.
Roll a
Mostly
D20.
not necessarily the cleanest thing ever, but again, it's a river. It has fish. Most fish have 3 eyes, but you know.
So Blue looks
That's
at
good.
Riddle, sort of curious, like, why are we coming to the river?
Riddle gestures into Blue's gun space area, then gestures expansion, probably meaning the pool, and then sticking it in the river and scooping.
Oh. Blue nods like, yeah, I'll fill this thing before we go.
All right.
Eh.
So you open the pool up and scoop water in.
Yeah, he pulls out the thing, poof!
Yep. I'm not gonna make you roll for remembering which face to press. It hasn't been that long since you were told.
I roll d6 to determine which face.
Do you want?
No, not really. Not
Yeah,
yet.
it was only like 2 minutes ago. You remember which face to press.
Not yet. And it's not a memory thing, it's an exploratory thing.
Oh.
Anyway, not yet. He pushes the pool side and starts scooping water, I guess.
Well, yeah, okay. This
Riddle
starts.
grabs the pool thing and just puts it on its side into the river.
That'll get it about half full. All right, so
All right.
thing is, you don't just catch water. You also catch fish.
Back.
You also catch fish, robot fish, magic fish,
All the
an eel that's actually made out of smaller fish.
Oh wow.
Who wants a cipher? You get a cipher.
Hey, what's the
I
cipher?
look at the fish.
Oh.
I look at the fish, and I have a playful half smile for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
Rhea, because you don't have ciphers, you get a first dibs. So this object, as it floats down the river into the pool, it's vibrating inconsistently. You can easily sense that its world signature is fluctuating all over the place, but it looks like a wooden fish totem.
Oh, I grab that, and I cast
You don't need to decipher it. Once
decipher it.
you don't need to, because every time a player character touches a cipher, it immediately tells them its effect. So
Okay, fine.
it goes right to your brain and
That is
says,
not.
you use this cipher, and you get a swarming aura of wooden fish buddies surrounding you.
Nice.
Now, this provides a +3 asset to dodge, but I expect most of its use will come in other unusual places.
Also, you see, you don't want to decipher a cipher, then you won't have anything.
Yeah. Oh, dumb. Anyway, you mark the wooden fish totem cipher on your character sheet underneath the ciphers.
Yeah, it's one time use
Where
too.
do I'm sorry, but I don't have anywhere to put a cipher.
You have there's on your character sheet. There's an area called ciphers.
No, I mean I'm only wearing a shirt. I assume it doesn't have any pockets.
Someone may just put it on your character sheet and pretend you have it later.
This is why I invented
You
blues.
could carry it around.
Rilla can hold on to it
Anyway.
until then.
Anyway, so put it on your character sheet because
I can I pick it up and I stare at it and I twiddle it around and I poke at it and knock at it and then I hug it and then
So cute.
and then I don't know what to do with it, so I'll give it to other guys for now.
still put it on your sheet for next session. You should have access to it.
Okay,
It'll
fine.
be yours. It'll be yours.
Yeah.
I can't put it on my sheet though because I'm
Edit.
blindfolded.
Put underneath your cipher limit.
So he
Yeah,
needs his
okay.
computer's not working at the moment.
Oh right. Duh. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
All right. I'll edit myself. Sorry. That's my bad.
So we got
okay.
a giant inflatable pool half filled with water and
And fish. And fish-like things.
Blue
If I played a
gestures.
Tenno, that would have been funny to have the RoboFish.
Blue gestures, sort of like a shaking motion with what would be his hand, like a should we get fish food?
Riddle,
Those are river fish. Most of them will
Raisin.
probably die when we'll
A brown.
salt this water. Although, anyway, yeah, that's solvable. Whatever.
So anyway, it's on your sheet now. I have its notation being plus whatever else a horde of fish might be useful for.
Should we go get fish food?
Reasonable.
All right. Fish food. What kind of fish food?
Well, Blue's asking Riddle, should we go get fish food?
Blue is
Riddle looks
looking
with
me.
the raised brow and then looks
Oh,
back at the pool and goes,
First of all,
And nods.
I do not know the concept of artificial fish food. And secondly, I do not understand what the shaking motion means, so I'm just confused.
All right. Unless you articulate that your character acts confused, I don't know that.
Yeah. Oh, GM, you should add like a stat for like every time I get more confused.
I'm not giving you a stat for that. That is up to you to roleplay.
Roll for confusion.
Fine, okay. Roll for confusion. Yes.
You don't know what the answer is. You're confused.
Still, best title ever was Roll for Cockroach.
Yes.
No, I think my title for this one is pretty good.
It will be good, but it's not as... Yeah, okay. It's not as encompassing of the entire session, of course.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, yeah. Blue says, let's go get fish food. And
Okay.
I haven't really gotten an answer yet.
Fish food. There's the guy who sells aquarium equipment.
Should we just get a full aquarium?
It's not like... You don't... It's not that big. Fish tanks, not mermaid tanks.
Oh, so they don't sell everything then?
Do you try to challenge the Bazaar to give you a full mermaid-sized aquarium?
Because this particular mermaid is spiky and will pop the balloon. We need a mermaid tank.
Then why did you
I brought that up!
Can always just reinforce it.
So, do you ask someone for the mermaid tank?
Yeah, Blue goes up, I don't know, to one of them. And
But what about
thinking-
the
Huh?
what about the pool we got already?
I mean, it has 5 other sides. We could use it for something else. Anyway,
Right now,
anyway.
it's being used as the water tank.
So Blue,
By the way,
thinking better of himself,
because-
realizes, oh right, spiky fish woman popping plastic inflatable balloon, probably bad idea. Let's go get a mermaid tank, in addition to fish food. So he goes to another bazaar stall, and gets the attention of the person there. I don't know, same person, different person. They might be surprised, whatever. He words appear beside him, and he gets their attention. Do you have a mermaid tank?
Mermaid tank. He does
An
not, but he
aquarium,
presses the
I
little
guess.
beetle thing.
Like a fish tank, but for mermaids.
Okay, so the beetle's signal goes out. A customer wants this. And there's significantly less enthusiasm this time. They're annoying. They're annoyed. They're twitching like, no one has it. What are we going to do? You do find fish food, by the way. They walk up to you. You can buy it. Let's not worry about that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fish food's easy.
Blue immediately buys fish food.
Yeah. So.
I should say out of character that I could probably live in an inflatable thing, but it would be kind of not super comfortable and stuff. I'd have to be
now
on
Blue
guard,
is
not to
determined,
poke it.
So.
Blue's determined to
Which is
get.
why they're looking for a mermaid tank.
Okay, mermaid tank.
Or an
So,
aquarium.
an empty tank is available easily. Just a tank made of glass.
Yeah.
That's no problem. The problem comes in the things like pumping water, cleaning the water, and stuff like that. Yeah, an actual aquarium is freaking people out. We don't have that. And then a girl in what looks like just white maid's robes, except they're blue instead of red along the edges.
Sure.
Black hair, and she's got a smile, and she's like, looks like the bazaar doesn't have what you want. Well, find it! And she ignores whoever said that. I am Thalia. I represent Dracogen Enterprises, and I can order you just about anything you could possibly want.
Oh no.
So,
This is not shady at all.
Was that you, Steve?
This is not shady at all.
Okay. Would Blue know about Dracogen?
all you know is what was on the flash drive that Amuse gave you, which is that they may know some things about interdimensional nonsense.
But I don't know, like, their level of shade.
Are these bad guys?
All the flash drive told you is that they are an organization that deals with commerce and the economy, so they're kind of greedy. But other than that, all you know is they have some connection with interdimensional stuff. You know nothing else.
That doesn't sound too bad. Even like this person is in white robes. Doesn't seem that shady. Even though out of character, I absolutely know this is a bad idea. However,
let me try not to be used with just this once and use that ability of precognition to try to learn a fact about this girl.
Let's see. Decipher is for written stuff only.
No, I have another.
Oh, yeah, okay. That costs you 2 intellect, you have no edge, so I'll just mark that off.
Sure.
She casts a spell.
Yes. By the way, all of my abilities, active abilities, are intellect. My edge is in speed.
Yep.
What's going on?
Yeah, you'll get experience to figure that. Anyway, so you do that. Okay, you learn random premonition. You can't roll, so I'll roll for you.
Okay.
How useful is the information you receive? Decent.
9 out of 20.
9 out of 20, so basic success, average. So you learn, she wants to squeeze as much money out of you as possible, while also learning about your interesting abilities.
Oh. Okay, so so for now,
How do you relate this to me?
I poke one of them, who's more pokeable. I guess I poke the pony or whatever, I nonchalantly sort of poke my finger on this girl and just cast glance of suspicion onto her.
Alright.
And then a glance of doubt onto
the white mage girl representing the Enterprises.
The Riddle Wing, right?
All right.
So
Riddle Wing.
So I'm trying to convey something here.
Oh yeah. Well, clearly they know what you're trying to convey. Riddle level 1 task to figure that out.
Okay.
So roll 3 or higher, and you figure it out. The reason it's not automatic is because you don't know each other yet. Hey, wow, that's not as much success as you would like, but you succeed. You figure out that Rita is not trusting of the white mage girl thing. How do you convey this information, Riddlewing?
Yeah, Blue is entirely trusting and about to buy something from this woman. What do you do?
Riddle?
Yeah.
Taps Blue and turns them around.
Yep.
And very subtly, with the other person not in easily viewness, probably by flying in front of his face, it's a very subtle no. Shake head, no.
You see a slight head tilt and confusion.
Sorry, didn't quite get what you were doing.
Riddle is communicating to Keywii this, and Keywii is unsure. Or Blue is unsure.
Okay, sure.
Sorry about that. Yes, so then Riddle looks over to Ray, looks back to Blue, and then he very subtly taps the top of his head twice.
Which I now know what that means.
Blast, you can just tell Keywii what you mean, because you guys have a
No, I actually know what that means.
Oh.
Like, I'm being serious about it. He explained that once, and I remember.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways.
It's called Big Brain.
Big.
Anyway, so Blue sort of pauses for a moment, and then sort of nods, all right, you got me. So he turns back to I guess the woman.
Yep, it's a woman. You don't know her name.
And just sort of dismissively just sort of waves his hand, don't worry about it, we're fine, no thanks.
She's like, oh, okay. If you ever need anything else, just let me know. She winks, and then she creates a solid platform of light under her feet and then kind of hovers away.
We should have taken her business card, though. But whatever.
Look, your character
Of course.
instigated not wanting to deal with her.
Yeah, of course, but keep your friends
Alright.
close, enemies closer.
So
But my character doesn't know what business cards are.
And it's
But if
fine,
she
it's
did,
fine.
maybe she'd ask for one.
It's
So-
genuinely fine.
The
So-
bazaar cannot offer you anything aside from a very large glass tank. But I guess that kind of works for you.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted.
Okay, you have a giant glass tank.
Yeah.
This one does not collapse into a cube.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Though, actually, wait, for the pool, when it collapses, does it take the water with it?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. All right.
And the fish.
And the fish.
Oh,
I figured that.
that's really cool.
So yeah, Blue decides to get some cotton candy for the road and head out.
So, what is your plan to do with this giant tank?
Oh, not buy it.
Okay. So you're going to stay with the pool. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a cool idea, and then shady character, and now it doesn't matter.
Well, the tank was not offered by the shady character. The tank is offered by the Bazaar. The shady character...
Yeah, you pointed out that it'd be the most unwieldy thing to move.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a giant glass tank.
I will point out that you're
Of course
basically
it's
I will remind you all that you're thinking of making a base literally on the hill outside the Bazaar.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you can live out there.
Shit.
Although we're not in this scene, so.
I'll point out I'm incredibly tired.
I know.
Anyway, so
Oh, poor
With
poor
this-
Burb.
with this now new information that isn't new information, Blue instead going back decides buy tank, drag it over to they'll lift it or something. They'll bring it over to the new base.
Yeah. So, the new base hasn't been built yet, but it's like half a shooting range from the scientist.
We bring it to the fucking gun range. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But elsewhere, there's like holes that Wingnut has been digging without any sort of real plan. The place is
Easy.
not very well established, but
Under construction.
yeah.
Anyway,
Oh
so
dear.
we bring a glass tank over to the people who aren't there, even though they're having their scene there, because it's a session and they're not here.
All right. Yeah, well, that's gonna be weird. Explain afterward what goes on. But
Yeah. Anyway.
using, I presume, the pool that can hold water in a cube,
Yeah.
you fill the thing.
We fill it completely.
So, Rhea, you have a water tank. Would you like to go in and start talking?
Yes, but they will, of course, have to go into.
Well,
So, yeah.
your voice will carry to the edge of the pool, which muffled, but they can still hear you on the outside.
I'm not sure how it works with the water tank. Or sorry, with the inflatable pools, because they have those, that structure.
Yeah, the
I don't
inflatable pool would
actually-
not have worked very well, but the glass tank resonates sound perfectly.
Oh, okay, fine. So, yeah, I go there and we can talk now.
But,
So,
I mean, you can talk now.
So yeah, I immediately tell people that something along the lines of give me a couple seconds to formulate the
No, it's
the
fine.
thought.
It's fine.
Uno, dos, tres.
I didn't have time to explain to you, but I have some magical capabilities. I have been trained in some amounts of mysticism by my sister, and one of the things that I can do is to read the meanings in the world and find out things about whoever or whatever I see. It doesn't work reliably, but it definitely did work on that person, and that person was trying to drain something from us.
Money. You know what? Oh, you know what money is.
Something that looked a lot like piles of assorted things that people around here, that people carry around here for some reason.
The most roundabout explanation of currency I've ever heard.
Yeah, you know what? Blaster and Keywii.
Because the ninth world, because my character is used to metal coins, or at least banknotes, and the ninth world has random bullshit for currency.
It does include coins.
Yeah, Blue did. When we bought the shirt, he exchanged like a bag of coins.
Yeah.
And the
big
cube.
potato sack with $sign written on it.
Whatever shins are.
Sorry, but dollar
What you get for
signs
coins, but, yeah.
weren't. I doubt they were even invented in the time
Look,
of my
not
world.
actual doll. It's fine. You understood that we used money. We know what money is. You know that.
Now you know what money is. Anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So. Oh, you see, I'm getting feedback from you again.
Let's go.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah, corrected. Yeah, I know what money are, but I just have very little practical experience.
Anyway. After probably 2 more minutes of arguing about it, you finally figure out that Ria's talking about money.
Yeah.
So
the woman wanted to drag money out of us, is what Blue now understands.
Yes. After quite some talking. And gesturing because the two of you can't talk. Anyway.
Yeah.
You now have a tank established.
Between these three is fucked.
It's great!
Yeah.
You guys are the worst team possible, I love it.
Yeah, I then say perhaps it would be productive if we describe to each other what we can and cannot actually do.
Alright, so
and what are we good at? If we are trying to cooperate in some fashion and be a group.
Yeah. Anyway. I'll abstract that away
and
from...
everyone ignores it. Okay.
I'm just trying to move us forward.
Okay.
They can't talk. Though I'm trying to say, I'm thinking you guys are done here. You've started establishing more of the base. I'm going to have to grill some more people on how that's going to be done. No one knows how it's doing done. Everyone just shows up and does random stuff.
Yes, so Riddle, Blue, and Ray basically flail their limbs at each other to communicate. Like the wacky, wavy, inflatable, flailing arm tube man.
Yeah! By the way, you could have bought one of those. You want to buy one of those?
No.
It's an ancient artifact from a long-dead civilization.
Blue sees them at the car dealership he used to go to.
Okay, so I think your three's story is done. You guys.
Yes. Meanwhile,
After the Ruby World of
to Remnant.
Oh.
Revenant.
To the Remnant.
Remnant.
Okay.
Remnant or Revenant?
Remnant.
Remnant.
Okay.
Like
basically, I can now go and breathe tea for 40 minutes and return for a wrap up or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to do wrap up. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, so I just have to check now because it's been a while. Some people sometimes go away. Mummified Kitty,
here.
check.
Check.
MK? Thornton?
I'm here.
Alright, and now I must check Lemhas, because I know he's probably the least enthused about this.
Hi.
Oh, he's here! Hi!
He was
Yeah,
muted.
muted just in time.
Alright, so...
Oh boy.
I muted myself because people are loud sometimes.
Alright, so the three of you Translates. I don't have forms for you, but it shouldn't be too hard because you'll just keep your powers mostly. I'll write up full write-ups later. We're not going to stay here for very long because fun stuff. So
Everything okay?
you appear in the middle of thick snow. Just snow blowing from like it's not actually snowing; it's just snow white. Just spreading off for every direction. You all appear as humans, but if you have unusual hair colors or anime-esque features, you keep them. Vivian appears as normal. Like, exactly. No disguises at all. The rest of you get appropriate clothing, like adventuring gear, weird mechanical weapons. We'll work out what those are later. I am a dum-dum. I didn't plan too far ahead. Oh, boy.
Shame.
Oh, well. I can all... This has been the best improvisation session ever. I love it.
Can Sosa still use her magic?
Yes. Though, I may limit you to just telekinesis. We'll figure it out. For now, you can use magic. We'll retcon it later if we have to. Yay.
Hopefully.
No technological...
Give me the new,
no heavy
give me the
mad
new
science.
Spring Maiden.
Yeah, but Thornton and Sosa are magically based anyway, so they're probably fine. Oh, Thornton, your weapon is very fancy now. You like it.
So I take it if Sosa had to transform, she can't?
Yeah, I don't think there's any transform option. Hey, Lemhas? Are butterfly wings an option?
Butterfly wings?
Are they an option?
I can see there being mechanical butterfly wings. Yes.
No, I meant like Faunus option.
Oh, I don't think so.
Hey,
All
one
right.
of them was
I don't think they'd
scorpion,
be able
right?
to use them to fly. They might have butterfly wings, but I don't think they can use them to
Oh
fly.
yeah, it's not gonna be useful. Hey Sosa, you have useless butterfly wings coming out of your back.
You are a butterfly faunus.
Yep.
Which is adorable.
Aww.
But your wings cannot help you fly. They're way too delicate for that.
Oh, okay. So Sosa, like, is trying to see if she can fly, and she's like, oh,
Nope.
sure.
Why is
Kind
this-
of.
Anyway, it is freaking cold. Snow as far as the eye can see, and up in the sky you can see the moon, which is half blown up.
Oh dear, this isn't Arden anymore, is it?
Nope.
That's one way to deal with a moon presence.
So,
Vivian looks up at the moon, and he's like, "I'm home."
Home? Sosa asked.
Home.
Home.
We're in Remnant. This is where I'm from. The moon, it's shattered. It's been like that ever since the gods. Fuck the planet.
Oh my goodness. We must be translated here using the dust.
Yes, it's a pile of dust. Perhaps it's.
you see, you're echoing again.
Oh fuck.
You can just mute yourself. You're not listening.
A second. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Nope, not hearing it. Mute yourself, UC.
No, I'm trying to. Okay, it takes a little bit of time to find the channel and.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, especially on mobile.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
It's understandable. So, yes, the dust vial. You were talking about
This is
it.
the world, Vivian.
This dust vial. This type of dust, it could be either hard light or water or ice. This is very great dust. I've used it quite a bit.
Dust?
Dust,
As in-
you see. If you're to believe the old tales, dust is the power of the earth, and it allows us to do what I guess you guys would call magic. It has power. It comes from the earth. There's mines, and electricity, fire, ice, wind, light, gravity, so on.
So on and so
Oh.
forth.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
By the way, Sosa, you are not outfitted for cold weather.
Oh dear.
This is when Vivian.
I am wearing the armor that Tycoon made me.
Same here, actually.
So shivering. Cold.
You must be in the mountains. There's lots of mountains in Remnant. Hopefully this is my home range. I used to live in mountains before. Strange.
We should probably find somewhere warm then.
Yes, please.
And hopefully not run into any of those creatures that you mentioned, Vivian.
Oh my.
Oh, no.
Quick question, GM. Will I have an advantage fighting Grim? Since that's like been my entire life.
Well, the thing is, you kind of would, except your two friends have been translated into Huntsmen as well, so they would also have that advantage, so it cancels out.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Anyway.
Well,
But
let's.
yeah.
I'm gonna do a perception check.
All right, roll perception. There's a lot of snow. Okay, you get enough perception, though you're pretty sure you're not in the mountain range.
Must be winter time. I've been gone that long.
None of
Ooh,
us
I guess
know
we should-
how time works.
From all your travelings,
outside.
in most cases, time seems to flow regularly between both. Like, all worlds seem to move in one constant time stream.
All right, we should find a cave or something.
All right.
Okay.
Roll for cave. I guess. Roll for cave. I'm great! Roll for cave!
Who rolls?
Vivian and Thornton both have the requisite survival knowledge, so both you can try.
It's not a fishing cave, so you can't roll.
Well, okay, so Thornton's success is completely removed by the fact that Vivian rolled a nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear.
So normally I would just have Vivian fall in a hole, but instead you guys just don't find anything.
A 1 cancels out a 12?
A nat 1 means terrible things happen. In this case, terrible things
dear.
is just you don't find the thing.
Oh dear. Interesting. Well,
Alright.
not that we find the cave, just what the does.
So, you guys can't find a cave. In fact, you're not next to a mountain. You're not sure where you are at all. You don't see many trees either. It's just cold.
Vivian, are there any? I understand that we don't know where we are, but do you know if, like, oh crap, which direction? Like I lost my thought. Crap.
Vivian can identify north, east, south, and west. You can identify the direction.
Cannot.
You can identify the directions. The sky is clear. You can see the moon and the sun.
I thought there was snow.
There's snow on the ground. With the location of the moon and the sun, you can identify the cardinal directions.
Well, we must be either on a plateau, but I don't see any mountains anywhere, so we have to be in some of the flatlands. I think we're in Atlas.
Atlas?
I've never seen anything. The northern continent, it's all snowy and icy pretty much all year round. No other place we could possibly be. There's no flatland like this in Mistral or Vale that could possibly be this flat without mountains and this snowy. So we have to be in Atlas. Meaning, southeast is where the city would be. Southwest. Or west,
Right.
depending on where we are. If we keep walking, we'll eventually hit an ocean.
Okay, so
Oh wow.
as you just start walking, thick snow. It's not actively snowing, but Sosa, being without cold protection, after 10 minutes starts to take damage from cold.
Oh dear. Oh,
Do
do I have to roll?
either of us have like a coat or something?
You
like
guys
that?
are
I'm
wearing.
gonna give her my overcoat.
Alright. It'll remove it from damage every 10 minutes to every hour.
Oh, okay.
But I still have a lot of warm stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's the way.
That's the way you are. But, So, now it'll be every hour she takes down. There's almost no life here. There's, like, some weird hardy tree-like things, but they have no leaves on them right now. Actually, it's evergreen. They're evergreen. They're fine. They're just kind of sickly looking. The wind starts to pick up. So,
Keep walking. Keep walking.
time progresses. An hour goes by. Cold. You're not seeing, besides the occasional nearly dead tree, there's not much indication that anything's going on here.
Blasted content of mantle.
Not seeing anything.
Just let me know when you guys do something else. Another hour passes.
If only I could fly. I don't think I can even transform.
Okay, you guys keep going, and eventually, after another hour, you do see something. At the edge of your vision is what looks like a cabin. A little smoke coming out of it.
There's something on the horizon.
Oh, is that smoke?
Alright, let's approach
It looks like it. Alright.
I'm gonna use my,
Gets closer to Sosa to provide warmth and protection.
What you gonna do, Vivian?
So is very thankful.
Vivian
Thank you,
has
Mr.
a piece of equipment. It's called a beast sensor.
Oh. Did I not mark this on your sheet?
No, you did not.
Well, it is on there. Well, you put it on there. Okay. Beast sensor, yes. What to do?
Sense, it's a grim sensor, basically.
Okay, there's no grim inside the house. You do sense some...
You know, why would I use the beast sensor? I can use my infrared.
Oh. Well, regardless, there's no beasts. You have your infrared attachment to your weapon. Is
there any heat signatures?
Yeah, there's a person inside. However, your beast sensor did tell you that there's some grim hiding under the snow a fair ways to the east.
Stay away from there.
That's a while away. Let's just go to this place here.
Alright. Lead the way,
Sounds
Vivian.
good.
Alright,
So-
we approach the cabin.
You get to the cabin. What do you do at the front door? It's not made of wood. It's actually made of metal.
Yeah, it says Atlas Technology written all over it. Knock.
You knock.
Knock.
The door slides open to reveal an old man with strikingly green hair that's surprisingly long. He's stooped over, his back looks awkward, and one of his hands is constantly shaking. He's like, he looks like the three of you like he doesn't believe you exist.
Greetings, old man.
Yes?
Our ship crashed out there.
Ship crashed. What were you doing all... That's not possible. What?
We got lost in a snowstorm. We got drastically off track, and then we...
It hasn't snowed for 2 days!
Do you not see the snow on the grounds?
It can go without snowing for like months, and the snow will never disappear, man. We're in the Arctic Circle. You guys not understand weather?
Sir?
Huh?
Don't.
Can...
It's not my job, sir.
What?
Be on mantle?
he's clearly not quite grasping the situation. He shakes his head.
May we come in and warm up, sir?
I guess.
It's very cold.
This girl's very cold.
Sure, he lets you in. He's still like not sure what to believe. So the interior of the cabin is only a few rooms. Bedroom, room, there's like a storage area. And there's one room that's clearly obvious. It's filled head to toe with machinery with beeping lights and veins of dust flowing through it of all colors.
Are you a scientist, sir?
Yes, of a sorts.
I should ask what your name is.
Granite.
Granite? I'm Vivian.
Yeah.
Vacuo.
Vacuo. Well, welcome to Atlas, I guess. But who would visit you? He's like... Nothing about this makes any sense to him, and he doesn't like it.
Sir, I'm a huntsman. I was assigned to come up here.
Do what? And I found... There's very little grim up here. It's just so cold.
That's what they wanted to confirm was the grim presence, sir.
Yes, okay. He seems to sort of buy this. Or at the very least, he's grasping onto something that keeps him from feeling like he's insane.
Fair enough.
She was like, alright. Alright, well, the nearest town is like a 2 days journey through the snow. And I don't have food.
2 days?
2 days. I don't have food to care for that many people. I only have the one snowmobile. I don't know what I can do for you besides give you a cup of tea, maybe a meal for the night.
We're mostly just stopping to let our friend warm up here. And you said that.
Oh, you want a coat? Oh, that I can do.
Thank you, sir.
A thermal coat. He has like 17 of them because, of course, you do if you're out here. It's way too big for you, and has a few tears in it, but hey, it'll keep you from taking cold damage.
Thank you, sir. And
do I owe you, sir? How can I pay you back for your kindness?
No, you're the huntsman. You earn your own keep.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Though if you wish to purchase any dust from me, that will charge you. I will charge you.
What do you have?
And for the first time, he cackles like a mad scientist. He gestures his machine. What kind do you want?
Are you a dust researcher?
Yes. See, dust interacts with our auras simply by our presence. So, I have gone far from any human habitation. It had to be way up north so the Grim wouldn't just eat me. But, behold. Here I'm running synthesis on dust exposed to very minor aura. And at times I've got these protectors that kind of prevent mine from getting into the machine. More often than not. It's work in progress. The theory is a little shaky of aura blocking. But I am running experiments just to see how it hacks without any interaction from us.
I see.
It's really quite fascinating. He goes on a rant about something you have no clue.
Vivian looks at him and says, I'm sure the Atlas military is very enthused by your research, kind of sarcastically. And this is potentially illegal and I know it, but I won't tell anybody type of tone.
It's like, oh, the military. Oh, right. He seems to have forgotten they existed for a while. They exist. He seems to be worried for a second, and then he shrugs.
I'd be fine with just some fire dust, sir, so we can keep her warm.
All right. He'll take payment for that. He gives you a vial of the red dust.
Sorry for being such trouble.
Anyway,
you want physical or digital currency, sir?
Vivian, because of the way you've been translating, you only have physical currency.
Oh, right. I wouldn't even have a scroll anymore. You're right.
Yeah.
I give him some.
Yep.
Yeah, or... Oh, crap. What's it called?
Leanne?
Money?
The ruby currency.
Yeah, Leanne.
Ian, thank you.
There you go.
All my gold is transferred into a frick ton. One of my haversacks is just full of gold.
Yeah,
naturally.
well, it was full of gold and some full of coins, but coins translate to local currency when you translate.
Now there are a bunch of little cards.
Okay! Anyway,
All right.
Throw a couple little cards at him.
so, he's like, I don't have any beds for you. I have just mine. So, I guess I
Floor
can't.
shall do.
Floor shall do. Alright, don't touch the machine. And good night, I guess.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
And he mumbles something about the impossibility matrix is ridiculous. And then he goes to his bed. The impossibility matrix is ridiculous. And he goes to his bed, like passes out.
This guy has to be out of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Has to.
So,
Guess we rest here for now.
do you guys do anything while he's snoring away?
The dust
Well-
machine is very interesting to Vivian, but he doesn't really care enough nor know enough to really.
Yeah, he does not know enough.
Sosa's just focusing on getting warmed up again. He's never been this cold before.
Thornton is trying to help with that as well.
You are not the best at that, by the way. Awkward
Peter
Thornton.
Sosa.
Okay, so, do you do anything besides rest? Just curious.
I look around his place, see if he has anything else interesting.
In the back, there is a telescope pointed out a window. Not an open window.
I want to look.
You look through it?
I want to look through it.
Yep. I have no idea if there's an equivalent to Saturn in the Ruby universe, but a ringed planet's on the other side, so there you go.
What?
Ooh.
I have no idea what it is. It's a ringed planet. He's looking at it.
A plant.
Planet.
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 Like
Planet.
Saturn.
Like Saturn. Just I have no idea if it's actually Saturn or anything close.
Oh, that's amazing. Haven't seen anything like that before.
So how long, Vivian, how long should we rest here before going on? He said it was 2 days to the next town.
And you never know when a snowstorm's gonna hit and leave us here for a week.
And
We
I
should get
can't
going.
really-
I will remind you.
Yeah.
I will remind you. You have an option to bail out whenever.
Translating.
We could translate back and get some food and then come back here. Maybe we should go out a little ways so we don't freak this man out when we come back.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you guys, after like what, an hour, you get up and go.
Something like that, probably.
After the night, after we spend the night, get some foods.
All right. So you stay the night. All right. Good. So, you guys are sleeping the night. Is anyone? Everyone's sleeping, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay. So, middle of the night, the machine starts beeping, like the red alert noise.
Oh dear.
What?
Huh? What's that?
So, the old man stepped on his machine. Oh no! I shouldn't let you stay here. It's reacting too much to all y'all. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Or is it activating it?
Yeah, yeah, it's really sensitive. I've been. He's pressing buttons and pulling levers. And he's like, you know what? It's not going to explode. That's a good thing. However, I do believe I just sent a come eat us signal to every Grim within a 30-mile radius.
Oh no.
Oh dear. That's bad, right? What are
That
grades
is
exactly?
I assume from Vivian's description that these creatures do want to eat us.
He's like,
Yes, they Grim live for one purpose in this world, Sosa. To kill humans.
So, he looks like he has a plan for this. he goes to his floor, opens up like the dust was really trapdoor that leads to a very thin area that can hold one human. He's like, wait a minute, I can't take you guys in here. Oh.
But you could give us some dust so we can blow these guys to pieces. Now, can't you?
I mean, I can't.
Because you're survival too. We're trained huntsmen.
Well, he points to the hole in the ground. I have hidden in here several times.
Uh-oh.
But it'll only hold
Well,
one.
you're gonna be in there. We'll just use as much dust as I need to deal with these Grim. You can stay down there.
I don't like this, but I can't do much. So, please don't break the machine. There's a chest over there that has it in it.
Try not to.
He goes into the ground and pulls the hatch
We
down.
won't break it.
So, as
I'm
it
going to be real
turns
Vivian.
out,
I have no idea how to use this dust.
yeah.
I don't think you can.
Me neither.
Sosa has.
The weapons enable you to use dust.
No, you can do it with.
Sosa can probably use dust.
You can do it without weapons. It's just very convenient to do it with weapons. However, Thornton has no idea how to use magic, but Sosa could do it.
No.
So,
I mean,
dust.
there is one guy in Ruby who stabs himself with dust to like punch people with electricity, but that's a bit extreme.
Let's
I'm not. Sosa's not going to be stabbing
Yeah,
herself.
Sosa as a magic
Yeah,
user
no.
can probably cause the dust to do stuff.
It has to be water related because she's
Yeah.
a water-based fairy.
You have water stuff available.
Yeah,
Basically,
glue.
any.
Glue is water.
Wait, you
Nice.
have enough dust here that Sosa, you could cast just about any spell you could imagine.
Well, all she has are bubble-based
No,
spells.
I'm saying if you have the dust, your power increases enough that you can do any spell you can imagine.
Yeah, the dust is your spell.
Oh. Huh.
You could. You remember all those tidal wave spells you told me about? You could probably pull one of those off.
Why?
Oh gosh.
You use all of it and break everything.
Oh wow. That actually might. Well, that could work. I mean, Sosa's only ever practiced bubble spells, but I'm sure she could think of something.
So
Goodness, this might.
you have been
Be
given
very
a
interesting.
truckload of water power.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this.
Our,
All right, so
how many there are, Vivian?
I'd like to remind Sosa that we cannot panic and that the grim creatures of Grim feed off and can sense negative human emotions. So you must be brave, otherwise they will find you.
I will point out.
Right. Be
I-
brave. Be brave.
I will also point out that Vivian is smart enough to know that one human sphere is not going to be anywhere near as bad as a 30-mile beacon of "Come eat me."
Oh dear.
That beacon you set off was way, way, way bigger than one person getting afraid. Anyway,
And so, Sosa's never been in. Well, she's fought roaches, but she has no idea what the Grims look like.
time to start putting
What
some in.
the Grims look like.
Thornton doesn't know what they look like either.
Grim they are when they get here.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm using the default wolf stuff because I don't want to look too hard. Let's say it's an ice variant that's immune to cold.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
well-
here's they on the map.
I forget what the Beowulfs, I think, is what they're called.
They're called Beowulfs. They are the basic.
yeah.
They're the basic. These ones are just icy. So, this
I
they,
can get behind.
all right. So,
Beasts.
yes. So, because of the special situation that Sosa has with the dust, combat may not actually initiate because she might do something.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Uh.
Vivian, you are aware that 6 are close enough to be a threat right now. The rest, I mean, there's a 30-mile radius in the middle of the snow. There's a lot of Grim there, but they're far away.
Okay. I can do this.
We can deal with
I can
6.
do this. Let's see. Let's see.
So there are 6 coming in. They're choosing to come in at all sides at once, like a pack mentality.
So she was trying to think of a spell that she can use.
We have wind and fire. Some red and green dust.
Yeah, Sosa can only immediately use blue. Water.
Immediate.
Yeah, she can probably use the
fire.
others. She can probably use the others in small quantities, but not.
If she had time to study and understand the dust, she probably could use the other dust, but her affinity is water-based bubbles, so...
What the heck?
What?
Yeah, you forgot that this is a playlist, not a song.
Yeah, whatever.
Because I thought I heard someone singing like it was a Disney movie, and I'm like, wait, what?
It's fine. It's from one of the episodes.
Sosa!
Yes?
What are you going to do? You have the power.
Okay. 6 guns from different locations, all from the sides. Sosa would, with what she knows about spellcasting, Sosa is trying not to panic, trying to take Vivian's words to heart.
Mm-hmm.
She sees the Grims coming, and well, she knows this one spell that she liked to use on Oceanus, just for fun. She's never really put too much force behind it because, again, for fun.
What is it?
It's called bubble spray. She releases like a ring of bubbles all around her. She took her a while to perfect, but it's basically supposed to be a somewhat defensive spell. The bubbles act as a buffer, but she's never been able to put them, thick enough to do so.
Well, you can make them as thick or as sharp as you want. You have energy to burn.
All right. So
spiky bubbles.
Well, she doesn't know about spikes, but she can make them thick.
All right. So eventually, you effectively make like solid water instead of bubbles, a sphere.
There is ice dust, which is
different.
Pretty close to water dust. It is different.
Sosa channels the dust or does whatever.
As you touch it with your hands, it goes directly into your magical whatever.
Oh, and she raises her hands to her sides. They glow this really pale pink-tinged blue, and it starts radiating outwards. And as she calls out, because some fairies will call out their attacks, so Sosa stammers out, "Bubble spray!" And this ring of bubbles, thick, super duper thick bubbles, just spread out in a ring and outwards.
Okay, so
the Grim.
You channel too much power, of course.
Oh shit! Oh snap! Oh snap!
So this is good for you against the Grim because your water shoots out so fast it's like a steel cutting jet.
Oh goodness!
Sprays out. You effectively have made a saw blade out of water that goes out and just cuts all of them in half in one fell swoop. However, you have literally almost no control over this. All you're able to do is not hit the people next to you. You also basically cut the cabin in half.
Oh crap!
Wait,
Destroy the machine!
Oh shit!
So, yes, you do in fact cut the machine in half.
Oh crap! Oh no! Oh no!
And what does that do when the machine with all the dust in it gets...
Sosa, roll a d20 for machine destruction.
Oh crap!
Oh!
At least it wasn't one.
Okay, so, we'll get to that. First of all the Grim are very dead.
Yep.
Oh goodness.
Very, very dead.
Oh goodness.
The machine explodes.
Oh no.
Okay, so you have no chance to dodge, Sosa. You take 6 damage, no questions asked.
I'm sorry, but people there on the sides are asking what the fuck is going on, and have they committed a mass murder yet?
I didn't kill anyone, right? Except for the Grim.
Just Grim. You haven't killed any other friends. You were able to keep your friends from being cut in half.
For the moment.
For the moment. However, Vivian and
I bolted
Thornton.
anyway with my semblance.
Vivian and Vivian is immune because of reasons. Thornton, dodge.
Semblance.
Oh dear.
Dodge.
Hey, you successfully dodged that. Congratulations. You duck.
Ooh.
However, the explosion still tosses you with like force. Actually, Vivian, I think you can stay perfectly still if you want.
Oh.
You just-
So it explodes. A mushroom cloud of beautiful rainbow colors spiral into the sky, and what looks like fairies appear to pop out of it and disappear.
Oh. I did not know that would happen.
Ice and fire rain from the sky.
Ice and fire. Yeah, it's like stuff's raining from the sky, the snow is starting to melt, or other weird things. In the center of the explosion, you see a spiral of the strange itself.
Ooh.
What?
Oh my. Alright, the gods.
Is there a picture for this?
The strange looks like, scroll up, it's the fractal patterns.
Well, yeah, I know. I thought you were gonna like draw like spirals or something. And
I don't have art skills, man. Usually other people are doing the drawing, surprisingly, that's the dungeon. Anyway, these spirals fly off into the air. And yet, it's like a Terran reality was formed.
Oh no, we're gonna get sucked in somewhere else.
Oh no, it's not a sucking button, it's just stuck open.
Uh-oh.
The old guy pops out of his hole! What? What? What?
Oh crap.
Why? My work.
So.
I've been here for decades.
Oh crap.
Go up to the man, since I'm basically unharmed and unblown away. I go up to him like, you've been experimenting with the strange?
The what?
I grabbed him by the collar and I harl him up with one hand and I turn his head with the stick and face towards the spiral fractal thing.
It's
I'm like, how do you explain that?
I have no idea what that is.
Is he lying?
I'm gonna roll for intimidate.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, it's like okay. I'm really honest. I don't know what it is. I just the pattern started appearing in the dust that was secluded for years, and it was like it was reaching onto some kind of aura that was coming from beyond. Or just I don't know. It needed a connection to aura, and it sought and it found something, and I was trying to figure out what it was.
I let go of him and I'm saying.
Oh.
Anyway, open ripping space directly to the strange. There is just bare. The colors from the dust are starting to fade down, but that rip in space is still there.
My head. What was that? Oh my goodness. What in the world? That wasn't supposed. What happened to the? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I did something wrong, didn't I?
No, you did, Sosa. You did something amazing.
You see, we can still hear you. You see?
I did.
Yeah. I am just like wondering what is going on.
You have no idea?
I have been trying to talk behind the scenes about my scene, but Keywii wasn't having it, so I'm just kind of lost.
Yeah, don't try to have background scenes unless it was in the chat over there, because it just gets confusing.
In the chat. Okay, fine.
I'm sorry, I was.
No, I just wanted to know, like in a couple of words, what happened, so I can get back to checking it.
So they're
we'll
on
do a summary later.
We'll do a summary later. Yeah, but they're on Revenant. Sosa used water to defend against Grim, destroyed everything. There's rip and tear in the strange.
Accidentally.
Well, you could have seen it coming.
You pressure
She was aiming.
the Grim to death.
You pressure wash the Grim to death. That is the way to do it.
Oh, it was supposed to be bubbles, not a water knife.
Well,
Water blade.
the other option was that you ended up just making bubbles that did almost nothing to them.
Oh.
But push them over.
Well, if I had to choose between the two.
Well,
yeah,
if you,
I guess.
I made you. I roll. Yeah. I think I was
was not expecting collateral damage like this.
Well, you had no idea what you were doing.
True.
It was great.
Yeah. Thornton
Very
says
true.
to Sosa, I think you did something amazing. You saved us from having to take any unnecessary losses.
Anyway, granted.
Although machine.
Really?
Uh-huh. Oh, of course, the machine might need some repair work.
The man's like,
dear.
the machine's a complete loss. I have my research. He finds the chest that was next to his bed, opens it, and is like, well, all my notes are still here, but I was close to a breakthrough, I know it. He's like, oh no. He scrambles over to where the rest of the hut used to be. He's like, oh no, the snowmobile's toast. We can't get to town.
Toast?
The snowmobile. I can't get to town.
Uh-oh.
Where am I going? Oh no. I'm going to He gets his coat on, zips up, like, it's going to, on foot it'll take way too long to get there. Oh no.
We could take him back with us.
We could, but we don't know where town is. We don't have a save of it.
He gave you a general direction where the town was, but you can't just translate to it.
Yeah, but he knows where it is, and we could just take him back with us and then come back with provisions.
Actually, I wonder if he thinks about the town. Could we translate there?
You know from previous experience that you can only translate to the last save state or the default location. But save state meaning the place you left from.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Well, we could start walking.
So the old man's like, we're not going to survive that long. Grim will get us, or there's more coming. Well, actually, I'm not sure what I think about this strange. Hey, do you have those beast sensors?
I have one.
Okay. The Grim are running away.
Loud noise equals big wild animals run away because there's something bigger than them.
Vivian, you are certain that what Sosa just did would not have scared them.
Wait. So are they afraid of the strange then?
You make your decision.
This aura that you talk about, old man.
This what?
The aura. The supreme aura. That thing.
He looks at
Don't touch it.
He looks at the strange like, I only found it a week and a half ago.
Well, don't touch it, whatever you do.
Of course not!
Music.
I think the Grim are sensing that there's a supreme aura.
They sense the strange?
They must.
And if the strange scare these creatures, what does that say about us?
That we're stupid.
Anyway, you guys are in the middle of a frozen wasteland. There's no cabin anymore. There's an open portal to Strange right next to you. You're not going to be able to get to town very reliably.
I think we should go back to home base.
Home base? Where do you guys... What?
We can't just leave him here.
Old man, do you want to learn more about the strange?
He looks at it, seems to think, no. Then he's like, yes, I must know what my work was leading me to. Bring
Well,
me.
then, there's someone that I know who can tell you quite a bit about it.
As if you guys
Yeah.
know. As if you guys know anything about what the strange actually is.
Yeah, we're
Well, we
learning.
can't leave him here. He'll freeze.
Well, yeah, but like Vivian pretending like he knows things.
I don't know things. I just know that the scientist has a giant bag of notes, and there must be something about it. And we did kind of just do research on it in the library, so we know a little bit.
And we still have the book.
Have the book? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
book.
we do still have the
You
book.
can show that to him. It's arranged in typeface that matches this world now, but it's still the same content.
It's basically a scroll now.
I nudge Sosa. Show him the book on the strange. Maybe he can get more information out of it.
Oh, right. And she takes out the book and holds it up for the old man
All
to
right.
see.
It's one of those weird technological semi-magic scroll things, but
Yeah. Still.
all right. But he look at it. But do you guys try to translate out now?
Yeah. We have a war place that we can retreat to. Although be prepared for things beyond your normal
Your
understanding.
All right. So do you take him to the hub world or the ninth world? You guys have two bases.
Do we know about this? Well, Thornton does.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, you know what? I want to say, as the GM, it would be convenient for you to end up where the other characters are.
Yeah, let's go to nine. I was thinking ninth world,
especially
'cause
since
that's
what's it called? Yeah. Well, the base that we're making isn't so much a base; it's just a firing range, and yeah. So best to go to the hub world.
It's eventually going to be a home.
Yeah, and I was thinking more like, if you go to the hub world, there's nothing there, and he'd be stuck there. You have to translate him out somewhere else. The ninth world has a full complement of stuff you can go to if you want.
And the ninth world is a lot like Remnant, how it's kind of a mix of old and sci-fi.
I'll be right at home.
All right.
It'll be the most familiar.
And he won't have that big tumor.
All right, so...
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
The ninth world.
All right, so who wants to initiate?
Oh, I think it's only Thornton.
Besides Thornton.
Okay, Thornton, roll.
Oh. Okay, let's roll.
Do an autofail.
No.
You succeed!
Yay!
Okay, so you can take him. When you touch him, he enters the trance as well, but doesn't offer any assistance. He's kind of like an object being dragged. So you appear next to a fish tank with a mermaid in it.
There we go.
So everyone's back in the scene. You still here?
Vivian jumps back.
You see, unmute yourself.
That's your cue, boy. Girl.
This is why we pay attention.
Hello.
You still have feedback.
God fucking damn it. So yeah, I'm here.
So they translated back to the ninth world, and in front of your tank.
Okay.
Riddle realizes he looks really strange in an unusual bipedal / fighting position and gets down and turns towards everyone and waves.
You know, Vivian, Thornton, and Sosa have returned, and they have with them an old guy who's now reading a book.
Blue waves at the old man.
Old man's like, what kind of dust conglomeration are you?
Like we said,
beside him
prepare
appear,
to have your mind blown.
I'm a stick.
He's like, I really have gone insane, haven't I? Oh dear.
Riddle taps his hoof twice on the ground, loud enough to be heard, and then flaps his wings twice.
I wave him from the tank, I guess.
Mermaid. With teeth. And pointy tail. You know what? He decides the best thing he can possibly do is read his book and think about nothing else.
That's a good thought.
Alright, so the 6 of you are back together, somehow.
Yep.
I have no idea how.
It's fine.
So,
This was fun.
this is effectively the end of the session. I loved this. This was fun, though I did admit it was probably not the best idea to split up because of the flow. But it works. We're fine.
I think it's totally fine.
Okay, it's fine. So, I guess this is open world. If you guys want to split up, it is your choice.
So
Yeah.
blew something up. She's not going to forget that anytime soon. That
You're one
was
of us
actually
now.
kind of cool. So cool. That was kind of cool.
Alright, so everyone who is in this session gets 4 experience. You see, I'll put it on your sheet myself.
Yay.
So, the next session is going to be Friday. I don't know the time yet. I'll think about it.
Okay.
Do we?
So,
or any differentiation in experience? Or do we just get static per session boost?
everyone gets 4 per session. I did hand out a single experience to Vivian for the brilliant sheep stonks.
Okay.
Which one of the pin messages tells you how to
I'll level up,
allocate
yeah.
your
So,
Level up your character.
so yeah.
It's in
Yeah.
Strange IC.
The Strange IC has a pinned message about how to level up. If I'm trusting most people to do it themselves, but if they want to advance a focus or say something, they can. I will be writing up remnant forms because I completely blanked that like an idiot because I was designing a gungeon. But turns out it was fine. Everything was fine. Saw a blade of water.
Yeah, so we are basically leveling up approximately every 4 sessions that we attend.
The tearing up every 4 sessions. Right, you get a minor level up every session.
Okay, so we have 4
quote
XP
unquote
each.
level up.
Yeah, of course. Anyway,
Do we have 4? You said 4 XP each.
yeah, 4 XP each. Everyone gets 4 except for Lemhas, who got 5.
Woohoo!
Impress me with your sheep
How you
stonks.
be creative and have fun and do stuff.
What?
I said this is why you be creative and have fun and do stuff.
Yes. Sheep stonks will get you an experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's introduced now. You can talk in the IC at will. At some point, we're going to figure out how the 9th world base is going to work, but I'll just let you guys read that for now.
Yeah. I assume that's going to become our new home base.
Yeah, there's more space, air recycling, bathroom facilities.
The air.
Yeah, because we can't rely on the garden for all of our biological needs.
Cabbage
Yeah, how have
patch.
we been going to the bathroom?
I don't know, and it's best we don't answer that question.
Good point.
Under
already
the
did.
assumption that sticks don't need the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Hey, GM, since I introduced a spell for Sosa Double Spray, should I add it to her abilities?
Have you advanced your focus yet?
My focus. How do I do that?
It's part of level up. It's one of the options.
Leveling up.
So, if you haven't advanced your focus already on level up, then, sure, go ahead. We'll, add it later when I have time to discuss with you what the effects will be.
How do I have to do something, or just...
Wait for me to have time to talk it over with you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I get out of the strength of roll 20? Do I stay here?
You will need to access your Roll20 character sheet when the time comes, but I'm going to have to go eat dinner soon, so it's going to be a while.
I have my Roll20 character sheet on a separate Word doc, and that's how I edited everything.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
yeah, I've got one in Google in my Google Docs. I haven't had to come back here after our sessions.
As long as when the session is going, your sheet is updated, I don't care.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just
Okay.
update
I
mine on
totally update my
R20.
sheet. Uh,
And I guess I only have one other question
What?
because I've elaborated on Thornton's background. Should I change that, update that, whatever?
Yeah, go ahead. Alter your backstory as you wish, as long as it's not like ridiculous.
Okay. Then I will do that.
Don't become Old Man Henderson, or I will make a shovel fall from the sky and hit your character in the head.
The shovel of doom.
Yes.
Become John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Everybody knows him.
Anyway,
What is the thing?
thank you guys
So,
for an
do we-
enjoyable session.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Mr. UC, you wanted to say something?
Yes, I do, and I keep. Anyway, so so because I can't manipulate my character sheet, I think that I would like to buy one edge in intellect.
Alright, I'll do that for you.
Yes.
Be sure.
Also, we were talking about how probably disclosing our abilities to each other is a good idea, just in case
Well,
we run
you can do that in the IC.
into problems.
You can do that in the IC if you want.
Oh, so yeah, like you know, the IC is a great feature, and I would definitely very much like to, you know, spend some in-character strategizing in there, because, you know, being teams and not knowing anything about each other is, you know.
Yeah. People have been using the IC a lot for exactly that sort of thing. A lot of the story happens in the IC.
Honestly, you're making way more of a big deal
There's
about
a-
it than it really is. It's just like, it's chill. It's really chill.
There's a master document
but
that
my
has
character is
everyone's
not
character.
chill.
I know. What I'm saying is you see, are not being chill. Chill out, my dude. Just,
I'm just.
let
I'm
the
just
IC
telling, mate.
happen. You're in character. You talk. You hang out. You schmooze. You do all the good stuff.
Bring that slab to the shovel.
You get like items and shit, right? So like you can get armor if you want.
You have to talk to Amuse about getting armor and such. Characters who have armor-based skills and such. Yeah. So
you see, in the RPG
I would also really
there's
like.
pinned messages.
I would also really like a short, like 3-sentence summary of what the fuck have happened while.
Vivian's trying to help you with that. Listen to what Vivian has to say. But Lemhas now.
Silence. In the pinned messages of the RPG and out of character chat, there's Cyan Ted bare bones master document go. If you go to that master document in the pins, it'll show you. It'll give you links to all the characters and a basic backstory. And it'll give you links to summary of every single session so far.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah.
But I also
a great idea.
think but I also think that characters should
I have to go
first communicate with
my
character.
door.
Yeah. I have to go too. Thanks for the session, guys. Talk as you wish. Next session will be Friday. I haven't decided time or people yet, but I will soon. Bye.
Unavail for Friday, as always.
Four o'clock. I made it out on time. Woo! That's my late side. Let's party. I'm like, okay. How did it go for us? Not so much downtime, but at a time when people aren't doing it. So for me, there was absolutely no. And the story didn't progress any slower. It was just open scenes. Yeah, finished on time. Oh, I need to stop recording. Stopping recording is a good idea. Yes, I should have done that a while ago. Whoops.